I had no clue.
Yeah, so, and I kind of had forgotten. Matter of fact, I didn't even ask Coach about it last week on his show, and that would have been a question to ask.
Well, as far as some of these road trips are, distance-wise, it's probably a good thing. It gets you home, gets kids home 30 minutes earlier.
Yeah, it makes absolute sense to have these district games at 7 o'clock with some of these trips. So absolutely the right thing to do. It's just unusual and can't really get used to it, but we'll figure out a way to get used to it, I guess, won't we? So District 3-5A Division II, it's obviously a different look for us, a different look for you as WYLIE fans, and it is what it is, and it starts off with a game against Wichita Falls Ryder. Just odd to me that we're playing them, but it is what it is. I guess we'll get used to it because it's not going to change.
No, it's great. It's the first time that we've ever played them in football, obviously, and I'm sure we've played them in some other sports, tennis, whatnot, but they've always been a classification ahead of us, so I'm not sure we would have unless it had been in a tournament some way or another, but kind of exciting.
Yeah, when I think of Wichita Falls Ryder, the first thing pops in my head is J.T. Barrett, former quarterback at Ohio State. So for whatever reason, that's the name that pops into my head. The Ryder Raiders, they certainly have some tradition with this program. They've had some big names come out of here.
Yeah, there's hadn't been a couple of years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I remember watching them on a Thursday night when they had that high school special. Ryder was playing somebody in the Metroplex, and Ryder actually won the game. And it was J.T. Barrett. So it was. But they've been in pretty high places before.
Yeah, for sure. As for this year, not so high.
Not so much.
Not so much, and not much to brag about when it comes to the Ryder Raiders this year. But you know what? We're in the same boat.
Yeah.
You talk about
they've won one more game than we have.
That's right. So you've got an 0-5 team versus a 1-4 team. But the beautiful thing about it, and Bill, you've been around Coach Santa for much longer than I have. He knows that those 5 games are on the schedule to prepare them for what starts tonight. And this is what really matters. As tough as I'm sure it is, this program's not used to losing, especially most times you won't even lose 5 games in a year, much less the first 5 of the year. But I know that his attitude has been, we start over after this open date, and we're going to go in there and we're going to play hard. And this is our opportunity to get things going in the right direction. And this is a team, as he said, that still has every single one of their goals in front of them.
That's right. And, he's given that speech a lot of times as soon as the non-district is over and say we're 5-0 or even 4-0, 5-0, whatever, and he's had to give that speech. All right, all that doesn't really mean anything right now because everybody in district is 0-0. This is the first time probably that he's ever had to give that speech being on the other end of the stick.
To himself, almost. And I'll be honest, it's been weird, on Sundays when we record his weekly radio show. It's been really weird for me as I come in there every Sunday preparing to talk to him because over the years, I'm not used to talking to him after a whole bunch of losses, especially in a row like that. But you know what, Bill? His demeanor has not changed. I think that's one of the great things about him. How many times have you heard him say you never can get too high, never can get too low? And his demeanor on Sunday has been the same. Can you tell that he hates this? Well, yeah, you can absolutely tell that. But one thing that's been impressive to me is that he is finding the things on a weekly basis that need to be fixed as he goes to the film and hopefully getting those things fixed. And you could tell that's his goal, and that's what we should see tonight. I think we'll see a much improved team here tonight.
Well, I think so. And I really was impressed with what he said after the Brownwood game, that he really felt good about the improvement we made during that game, even though we got blown out 50-something to 21. He saw some bright spots. That obviously that was a game of turnovers, 4 in a row coming out of the second half. And I bet you they've got a lot of that worked up and worked out, and there's been a couple of additions to the varsity roster, a couple of sophomores that have moved up. Don't know what that's all about, but kind of hear that we're going to have a different look on defense, and they are both a couple of defensive type kids. Number 4, Jazeer George, who they've got him listed as a wide receiver, defensive back, 5'9", 175. And then number 82, Balin Valentine, who baseball fans might remember was our starting second baseman last year as a freshman. and he's been the quarterback on the undefeated JVs, but they've got him in number 82, so I don't think he'll be seeing much. They just said the guys that I talked to that obviously don't know the third-hand information or whatever said, yeah, they're both up for a receiver and defensive back purposes. So,
well, he'll certainly find those holes, and he'll find a way to put somebody in those holes. I mean, he's one of the greatest at that. There's a reason why he's in the Texas High School Coaches Hall of Fame.
Right.
And so I fully expect that he'll get those holes filled up. And in these 5 games, the district should be interesting. You're talking about opponents that, for the most part, we have not played. Obviously, Plainview, Wichita Falls, Ryder, Old High, those are teams we haven't faced. We faced Lubbock Cooper a couple of years ago. Matter of fact, right here in this stadium, knocked us out of the postseason. I guess Canyon Randall is somebody it was the other Canyon that we played multiple times in the postseason. So not a lot of familiarity. But this is a district, I think, Bill, that these Wylie Bulldogs can compete. I do think Canyon Randall's probably going to be a good opponent. I think Lubbock Cooper, again, Coach Sandifer said as much on the show last week, probably right now appears to be the class of the district. But this is a district that Wylie's going to be competitive in. I believe they'll make a playoffs, and that 0-5 start will kind of go out the window at some point.
I think so. That kind of was funny, something Coach Sandifer said in the newspaper this week, either after I think it was early in the week when he was kind of talking about the district, and he was talking about Lubbock Cooper seemed to be the odds-on favorite to. He said, yeah, they had a nice little move in at running back.
They did from Lubbock High.
From Lubbock High, yeah.
And he can certainly play. So that'll be a good one. But for tonight, we want to get you ready for this opponent, Wichita Falls Ryder. We'll do that after a real quick 30-second break here on our Aim Bank pregame show. We'll come back with this week's edition of the Skate and Play Scouting Report and hear from Coach Sandifer himself about this Raider team when we come back next here on your home for Wylie Bulldogs football. We are powered by Taylor Electric Co-op and on Keene 105.
At AIM Bank, we know your time matters. That's why we offer hometown service paired with big bank convenience. I'm Gary Galbraith, Market President for ABILENE. At AIM Bank, you'll get quick loan decisions and convenient tools like our mobile banking app. When you open an account with us, you'll get free access to time-saving solutions, including mobile check deposit and over 600 ATMs right here in Texas. AIM Bank, hometown service, big bank convenience. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Now, back to the Wylie Bulldog pregame show on Keene 105.
Welcome back into the AIM Bank pregame show here on Keene 105, hometown service, big bank convenience. AIM Bank, proud to support the community and proud to cheer on your Wylie Bulldogs, as you will tonight here in the District 3 5A Division II opener between the Wylie Bulldogs and the Wichita Falls Ryder Raiders. Let's find out about this week's opponent with this week's edition of the Skate and Play Scouting Report.
All right, here we go. Time for the first district game of the year, and I'm sure for you, Coach, excited to see district get around. This is what it's really all about, and I know that first district game is really, really important to you guys. You've talked about it a lot over the years.
It is. We found out our district in February, and we've been talking about the district since February, so this isn't something that's just come up this week. 8 months in the planning and preparation and anticipation. So we're excited about it. We feel like our kids are starting to turn a corner a little bit. We got to make sure we see it on the field and on the scoreboard, but we're turning the corner a little bit. Hopefully these kids understand that it's district play, and that's when we feel like we always kind of start peaking, and hopefully we can start playing our best football.
Talk a little bit about Ryder and what they did in non-district play.
Well, Ryder's had an interesting season. They've had some injuries, and their starting quarterback was out for several weeks, and then their backup got hurt, and so they were down to the third quarterback. Show me somebody in the state of Texas who's got their third one's really, really good. It just doesn't happen. I mean, you carry two and you try to put the other ones at other positions. So they struggled a little bit because of the quarterback position, but they've got some really good athletes. They've got a number of sophomores on the field. Their sophomore class is one that they think is one of the best they've ever had there. For example, two of the starting defensive linemen are sophomores. One of them is 6'3", about 260. The other one's 6'4", about 240.
Wow.
Sophomores. And so I can see why they're excited.
Yeah.
Quarterback is 6'2", 220, a sophomore. They got some good-looking kids. So it's going to be tough. We're going to be outsized again, but we really got to make sure. Hopefully we can put a little pressure on them and let them know it's not a sophomore game or a freshman game. So right. We've just got to make sure we play 4 quarters to make that happen.
Yeah, for sure. Talk about what they do from an offensive standpoint.
They're a spread team and primarily a one-back team, and quarterback is an effective runner. He's also a really good thrower. A lot of short screen game, the quick screen game on the perimeter. 2 running backs that are extremely fast. They've got a little tailback about 5'5" that can just fly. And then another good back to go with him. They alternate them. So team speed is something that I think they've really got an advantage over some teams in the district. And so, they do a good job offensively. Defensively, based out of a 3-4, but primarily end up a 4-2 most of the time, 4-2-5. And so, like I said, big defensive linemen, very aggressive up front, and hopefully we can get up there and handle them a little bit.
Be definitely one of those games where sustaining blocks is important.
Oh, no doubt. That's why we've been working on it and making it such a priority is for games like this.
All right, Coach, first district game, I've heard you say 1,000 times. First game of the year, first district game, first playoff game. 3 most important games of the year. Here it is, district game number 1.
That's right. We got obviously playing on the road. That's going to be big, playing at Memorial Stadium there in Wichita Falls. So we got to be ready for that challenge. Travel well, get there ready to play. And, one of the things we've been striving to our kids is we've got to play like we've got nothing to lose. We got to turn it loose and play. And so I'm excited to see that happen because I know we're due that. We're due a 4-quarter game, and I think it's coming. I know it's coming, and so that's fun to think about that, and that's one of the things we got to do this Friday.
All right, Coach, you take a look at some of the things that you worked on during this open date, some things that you obviously wanted to fix that you saw in non-district play. What are a couple of those things here? I know we talked about sustaining blocks, that kind of thing. A couple of things specifically against Wichita Falls Rider that will be important.
Well, just stay in the moment. We did a little bit better of that the first half of our last game, and we got to stay in the moment. Each play it till it finishes, and then blow it off, and let's go to the next one. And so we got to get better at that. We got to take care of the football, be stingy with the football, and be better tacklers. It's just bottom line. But our kids are excited. They've had a good week. I tell you, the intensity and the effort at practice is unbelievable. It's not a situation where anybody's moping around feeling sorry for themselves. They're working their tail off to put themselves in a position to compete for a district championship. And if you told them they hadn't won a game, they'd look at you like you're crazy. It doesn't matter. Right. We're getting ready to start district. So I applaud the players and coaches for their work ethic, and we know it's getting ready to happen.
And that's this week's edition of the Skate and Place Scouting Report here on Keen 105. Don't forget that Skate and Place does birthday parties, and when they do games. Supply the DJ, party host, or hostess to help you with your party. That part of the press box is pretty close to the Wichita Falls band and obviously the horn. As you can hear the teams take the field. When you do a birthday party at Skate and Place, they do them during regular business hours, or you can even reserve for a private party. Great music video system, great snack bar, games, prizes, a great place to have that next birthday party for your son or daughter. For hours and information, go to skateandplaceabilene.com. We are just moments away from kickoff here. We're going to keep it here. I think the captains are going to come out first, kind of wait and see if they're going to have the coin toss or if they will have the national anthem first. But, as you take a look at this team, Bill, with this 0-5 start facing a 1-4 team, that you really want to see them get off on the right foot tonight. I've heard him say multiple times, first game of the year, first district game of the year, first postseason game of the year is extremely important. So with everything that they've gone through so far this year, it would be great to see them come on the road here tonight and get that first win of the season, and it'd be a district win.
No, that would be great, and I expect nothing less. I think it's kind of good, too. We hadn't really talked about it, and I don't know if Coach Sanford talked about it in the interview or not, but got a couple of guys healthy that haven't been healthy for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Dax Morris hadn't got to play a down of football this year, and he was a pretty well not a starter maybe last year, but played quite a bit as a sophomore last year.
Yeah, and he was penciled in to be number one on the depth chart in the middle of that defense as a linebacker this year. So,
and Nathan Moore at fullback.
They are going to do the national anthem first. So let's take a quick break back to the studio for our national anthem. We'll come back next here on Keen 105.
Hey there.
Hey there.
My son's going to help me.
Come to help me.
Yep, it's the copy game.
Copy game.
I could say anything right now, and he'd repeat it. I just love Brussels sprouts.
I just love, hey.
I'm careful what I say around him. I also try to make sure I pass on good energy-saving habits. You should, too. Save energy and money at TogetherWeSave.com. You know, my dad is the coolest.
My dad thinks he's funny.
A message from your hometown co-op. It's Taylor Electric Cooperative in Merkel.
If this is your idea of going to the dentist, it's time for you to make a change. At Borland Family Dentistry, we'll make your smile beautiful and healthy with a simple checkup, or by using one of the most advanced cosmetic procedures. Let's make your smile something to smile about. Borland Family Dentistry. 2 great dentists, 1 awesome team. Borland Family Dentistry. You'll love your smile again. Now, same-day appointments. 695-3300.
You'll feel the difference when you have your AC unit serviced by ACS Heating and Air. ACS Heating and Air is family owned and operated. ACS provides service, preventative maintenance, and system replacement for commercial and residential. ACS Heating and Air also provides free estimate. ACS Heating and Air hope very much to earn your business, but their mission? To earn your trust. And don't forget to ask about the Comfort Care Program. Call 325-690-0998.
Now, back to the Wiley Bulldog pregame show on Kane 105.
So we wrap up the national anthem here at Memorial Stadium in Wichita Falls, Texas, getting you ready for the Wiley Bulldogs and the Wichita Falls Raiders District 3 5A Division II opener for this 2018 season as your Wiley captains come out, number 27, Bailey Hicks, number 81, Hayden Keitel, number 19, Harrison Atwood, and number 67, Sutton Welch, your captains for the Wiley Bulldogs. We are ready for the captains to meet at midfield and get this one going. I would imagine, Bill, in Coach Sandifer's career, he's not looked more forward to district opener than tonight, maybe.
No, that's right.
Number 81, Hayden Keitel.
It has been a long, frustrating season for parents, coaches, kids, everybody.
For sure. We're going to send it down to Levi Wolf on our Nelson Construction sideline mic for tonight's coin toss here in this district opener. Levi, down to you, my friend.
Gold is home team. You guys are the visitors, right? Okay. The Buffalo is tails and the Indian is heads. I'm going to ask you to call it for me, and then you tell me what he called, okay? And then I'll flip it, okay? Head. He called head. Heads, it's your option. The first one, the third.
So as you could hear, Wiley wins the toss as Mr. Atwood does a good job calling heads there. Heads it was. And so the Wiley Bulldogs will defer to start this game, which means more than likely they are going to be on defense to start, and they will, as the Raiders will elect to receive, and Wiley will defend the, what is that? That's north? Yeah, that's north.
I think that's north. I'm looking over there. It almost looks like it's west. So,
yeah, you know what? This might be an east. I don't know. Who knows? I know we made a right-hand turn off the highway. That's the best I can do for you. So, Jacob Rodriguez, number 10, one of the quarterbacks. Jack Cantrell, number 11. We're not really sure exactly who is going to get the start here tonight for the Raiders. I do know Trey Bird and Samuel Manuel, the 2 running backs. Coach talked a little bit about them during the show last week. So some talent in the backfield, something the Wiley team's going to have to take care of. Welcome into our Abilene Battery and Golf Cars first quarter. Batteries for golf carts, automotive batteries, lawnmowers, tractors, trucks, ATV, UTV, motorcycles. They even have batteries for electric wheelchairs. They also do golf cart, ATV, and UTV repairs. They also have a great selection of golf carts for sale. You could even rent one right there at Abilene Battery and Golf Cars at 2434 Industrial. If you need a battery for anything, please give them an opportunity to earn your business. We appreciate them being part of these broadcasts of Wiley Bulldogs football. As we get ready to kick this off, Peyton Wood Gets his foot into that one's going to be caught at the 7-yard line by number 2, Nick Darkus. Darkus looking for room to the right, and he's found some. He's broken free, 35-40 across midfield. Finally going to be pulled down by Jackson McAden, but not until Darkus finds his way into Bulldog territory all the way down to the WYLIE 39-yard line, and the kickoff coverage not getting things started here tonight the way we wanted, as they spotted officially at the WYLIE 40-yard line.
No, not the start we needed there. Little special team breakdown. We kind of kicked the ball where we wanted to kick it. We had 5 guys on this side of the hash marks on the near side of the field, and that's where they kicked it. He took it all the way back across the field and found the seam.
2 backs in the backfield beside Rodriguez, and he will hand it off inside to 5, Darian Boyd. And Boyd into the WYLIE secondary before he's pushed out of bounds by Jacob Rogers. So that's a Black Plumbing first down to get things started here tonight for the Raiders. All the way down to the WYLIE 22-yard line.
Kind of wondering if McAden was back in the lineup tonight after being hurt a couple of weeks ago, but I don't see him. I do see number 4 back there at one of the safeties. That's the sophomore Jazeer George.
Certainly good to see number 35 there in the middle of this linebacker crew and Dax Morris. And off inside. Nope, that's the zone read. Quarterback pulls it. Rodriguez around the left side. 10-5 at the pylon and into the end zone for a 22-yard touchdown run. And that did not take long after the Raiders were set up with that great kick return down to the WYLIE 40. They run a couple of plays, and they are in the end zone with just 27 seconds gone on the game clock.
And they're going to run the little swinging gate.
Yep, and they're going to get it in there. I think that's going to be good. Nope, they're going to hit him short. That's a good play there by Dax Morris coming up, keeping him out of the end zone. I thought he was going to be in. So the attempt for 2, no good with 11:33 on the clock. Wichita Falls Rider with an early lead over the WYLIE Bulldogs 6-0 as you listen to WYLIE Bulldog football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
Bobcat of Abilene, the power behind your work. Over 30 years in sales, rental, parts, and service. If you have a job to do, we have the right tool rental. If you have questions, we have your solution. Visit Bobcat of Abilene today at 2257 South Treadaway. Active military, law enforcement, and first responders receive 10% off all equipment rentals. Bobcat of Abilene. Over 30 years in sales, rental, parts, and service. Bobcat of Abilene, the power behind your work.
Now, back to WYLIE Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
6-0 Wichita Falls Rider, as the Raiders did not take long to score there. They get the great kickoff return all the way from the 8 to the WYLIE 40-yard line. 18-yard run, 22-yard run, and that's it. 6-0. Raiders, as WYLIE looking to get the ball for their first time here tonight. Number 26, Gavin King, the kicker for.
We got the Spiegel and Teagle boys.
Spiegel and Teagle show back, and this is going to go to Spiegel at the 2-yard line. Nope, he's going to hand it off to Teagle as he looks for room on the left side. He's going to find some, and he's going to be tripped up at the 32-yard line. Nice return there. Coach put a little something on the old kickoff return.
Yep. All right, here we go. Kind of been looking forward to this drive for a long time. We've got Taylor Jazeer George. He's coming in on both sides of the ball. He started on defense, and he's in the lineup. I don't know if he's in there at fullback or at one of the receivers.
Straight I formation behind Harrison Atwood. 2 tight end set for the WYLIE Bulldogs, and they're going to run the reverse to start. And I'm assuming that's him. Number 4, Jazeer George, first carry of his high school career here on the varsity. He's going to go for a Black Plumbing first down all the way down to the 44-yard line, a gain of 11. And if that's a shades of thing to come, I like it.
Yeah. Remember, we had a kid a couple of years ago that got moved up to the varsity, and the first play they ran with him. Remember, he scored the first 4 times he touched the ball.
I
can't remember
right.
his name.
No, I can't remember either.
We're getting old.
Yes, we are. So Black Plumbing first down for WYLIE to their 44-yard line, straight I formation. So nice to see Nathan Moore in the backfield. He just makes things look different. No offense to any other player. Nathan Moore is just a very good-looking fullback, tight end type body, and he brings a load, and he's going to lead block for Bailey Hicks there and get into Ryder territory at the 48-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 8 on the play.
Yeah, you don't just replace a 6', 200-pound fullback at the high school level.
No, he looks good, doesn't he? 2nd down and 2 for Wylie at the Raiders' 48-yard line. Ball on the right hash. Harrison Atwood going to give it to Bailey Hicks, and he is going to go inside and should have enough for a Black Plumbing first down. They're going to spot him just shy of the 45-yard line. We'll go ahead and give it to him, a run of 3 on the play, and a Black Plumbing first down. So 2 Black Plumbing first downs here on this opening drive for Wylie, and they certainly need it after that quick score from Wichita Falls. Two wide receivers on both sides of the formation. Atwood back to pass, and he can't find anybody on that quick throw. He's going to keep it himself, runs to the right side, and he will be knocked out of bounds at the little trash talking going on right there. That 24, you got knocked on your butt. I don't know what you're jumping up talking about. Harrison Atwood lowered his shoulder, knocks 24 down. He jumps up and gets in his face and starts clapping. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
After an 8-yard pickup.
Yeah, 8 yards, and you ended up on your rear. Yeah. 2nd down and 2 for the Wylie offense. Harrison Atwood back to pass. He's got his man. It's number 11, Ramirez. And, just too far for Christian Ramirez. And he just did not quite put enough air under that one. That was really, really close to being a touchdown as Christian Ramirez split the 2 defenders. That number 24 was too busy, talking about how he got knocked down by the quarterback on the previous play. Forgot to run with the wide receiver.
It was a good time to run that, though. Second and very short. Now we got 3rd and short.
Yeah, 3rd and 2, and you got a couple of tight ends. Bailey Hicks going to get the call, and there's pressure right up the middle and nowhere to run for Mr. Hicks. He is going to lose a yard, but Wylie, I believe, in 4-down territory, so they're going to move that back to the 38. After the loss of 1, it'll be 4th down and 3.
Might see if Ryder's able to hold their water here on a hard count, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Of course, our problem the last several times this year, our water has been in jeopardy.
3 wide receivers left, 1 right.
There we go.
Yep. That's a
good jump.
And the Pest Patrol penalty flag is going to be down. Good call there, Bill. I think we are going to get a first down via penalty.
I think everybody in the stadium and 10 of the 11 Ryder defensive players knew that was fixing to happen. Always that one.
Always like those Black Plumbing first down via penalty. I know you do as well.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll move the ball to the Raiders' 33-yard line, just underway. Ryder 6, Wylie 0, 8:54 on the clock as Wichita Falls had the ball first, had a great kickoff, ran 2 plays, scored a touchdown. This is Wylie's first drive of the ball game. For some of you may tuning in thinking, hey, what happened to the pregame show? Well, district game starting at 7 this year. So if you were unaware, here's a busted play. As Atwood and Bailey Hicks were not on the same page, and the fumble on the play, and I believe Wylie's going to jump on top of it. But I don't know, Bill, it looked like just the exchange wasn't there. Atwood and Bailey Hicks are talking to each other like there was somebody wasn't in the right place. So that's going to move it all the way back to the 38-yard line. Loss of 5. That'll bring up 2nd down at 15.
Up until that play, we had gotten very good production on first down, each of the sets of downs. Now we're going to start off behind the chains here a little bit.
2nd down and 15. Whistles blow. Pest Patrol penalty flag on the field. They're going to call it, I believe, on Hicks out here on the right side. Either Hicks or Baker, some kind of procedure. One of them out here split out wide. moved. It's these kind of things, Bill, that has plagued this team so far this season. I mean, you get a first down, be a penalty, get the ball to the 33-yard line, get a good break. 2 consecutive plays, a busted play and a procedure penalty, and now you're looking at 2nd and 20 back at your 43-yard line. We've seen this a few too many times this season, unfortunately.
Yeah, they all seem to be late in the drive, too.
Yeah, that's right. Seems like they always come after a couple of first downs, unfortunately. So 2nd down and 20 for the Dogs at the Raider 43-yard line. 4 wide receivers. Atwood going to roll to his left, and he's going to hit Ramirez at the 35-yard line. He's going to break a tackle as he had to go backwards a little bit and lost a couple of yardage. And then he broke a tackle and gets back up to the 35-yard line, so a gain of 8. On that play, nice throw and catch there from Atwood to Ramirez, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 12. Ball going to be at the Raider 35-yard line. 5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 6-0 Rider.
Pick up about half of it.
And you don't need to get all 12 of it.
No,
you're
right.
4-down territory. You got 2 wide receivers either side of the formation. Atwood back to pass. He's looking deep. He thought he was going to have somebody on a go ball there, and both receivers, Ramirez and Connell, broke their routes off. So some more miscommunication there, and it's going to bring up 4th down. So 4th down and 12 at the Rider Raiders 35-yard line. It's hard to say Rider Raiders, but without saying Red Raider.
Some kind of little screen right here.
And there's pressure inside, and Atwood's going to roll to his right and is just going to have to chunk it out of bounds, and that will be a turnover on downs.
Trying to get a screen set up over here on the right side. Just got to hold those blocks a little bit to keep them out of the backfield. Well, the good thing about that drive is that we showed we're capable of moving the ball against them. The bad thing is one of our old habits of the year kind of reared up. Having a big negative play and then a penalty to put us behind the chains.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Jacob Rodriguez and the Rider Raiders. Hand off inside to Samuel Manuel, number 1 for the Raiders. And he's going to have enough for a 1st down as he lowers his head and gets across the 45 to the 46-yard line. 6-0 Wichita Falls leading Wylie. This is the Raiders' 2nd drive here. Wylie just wrapping up their 1st drive of the ball game. They're just joining us here at 7:16 in the evening. Going, what? They're already halfway through the first quarter? A brand new 7 o'clock kickoff for this district this year. Maybe a couple of games before you remember to tune in. That's right. Before 7:30. 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs, or for the Raiders, pardon me. Quick pass out to number 10.
Good play out there by Gus Davis. Got a little lick in on him.
So I'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders. Ball at their own 46-yard line. Ball right hash. They're going to send 2 wide receivers to the right, the short side of the field, and 1 man over here to the left on the wide side of the field. Rodriguez, quarterback draw. He's going to dance his way through and going to be pulled down from behind by Brazos Ham, along with number 2, Gus Davis. That'll Coach Sandifer unhappy about something there.
Yeah, one of the linebackers didn't
do what they were supposed to do.
Do what they were supposed to do. Exactly right.
3rd down and 3, and we're going to have a offsides against us and a free play for Wichita Falls as we get ready to go down to Levi for the first time tonight on our Nelson Construction sideline mic. And obviously that quick score by Wichita Falls will start things off, not what Coach Sandifer wanted to see. What did he have to say to his team after that?
That's not an easy one to get out of your head, but he just told them to keep it, just push it out of your mind. Game starts now. We got to keep on going forward. start executing on offense and defense.
Pretty impressed, as usual, with Levi's pregame ritual of putting down as much as he can. That was a pretty good show there, wasn't it?
It was quite an effort.
How you feeling down there, big boy?
I could use a recliner.
Quick wide receiver screen to number 2, Nick Darkus, and he's going to pick up about 3 on the play. Wylie doing a good job of defending that quick wide receiver slip screen. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Looks like the Raiders may want to try to pick up the tempo here a little bit. Out there taking their time, getting their play.
Not necessarily hurry up, but no huddle.
Yeah, I thought they were going to, just the way they were running around, I thought they were about to start going even faster. Rodriguez going to bring a man in motion, and there's the jet sweep to number 1, Manuel, and Manuel around the right end, and he is finally going to be pulled down by a couple of Wylie Bulldogs, but not until he gets a big chunk of yardage all the way down to the Wylie 20-yard line. So far, Wylie not able to stop the running attack for Wichita Falls.
No.
The 1st down and 10 for the Raiders at the Bulldogs 20-yard line here in the ACS Heating and Air red zone. How about that? Faking the jet sweep counter didn't fool Brazos hand. You had the receiver coming in motion. They faked the jet sweep to him and just ran a little counter to the other back, and Brazos Ham was in the hole and said, might have fooled everybody in the stands, but not me.
Yeah. He might have seen that a time or two during the week.
Yeah, I bet so. That's one of those you probably, as a defender, you probably saw multiple times on the film cut up and several times on the cards at scout team.
Yeah.
2nd down and 10 for the Raiders at the Wylie 20-yard line. Low snap picked up by the quarterback Rodriguez. Inside handoff, and running back going to be pulled down. Good defensive surge there, as nowhere to go for Trey Bird.
Like Calvin Tyner and Spiegel, and number 47, that's Dayton Barnes, in on that tackle.
I've noticed multiple times tonight, Dylan, kind of keep an eye on Dax Morris there in the middle. It looks like multiple times here tonight he's pretty animated trying to get guys in the right spot. And so maybe there's some pre-snap alignment issues that he's trying to help out with there. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders at the Wylie 15-yard line. Raiders sending 3 wide receivers to the right. Nobody here to the left. There's a sniffer back and another running back, and they're going to run that direction. And that's going to be, I think, enough for a 1st down for the Raiders.
At the 9-yard line.
You can almost see that coming, right, when they have that sniffer back. So you got center, guard, a little bit of room there between guard and tackle, and that fullback right up there on the backside of that offensive line. And the running back is shaded to that side as well, that they're going to have that running back and sniffer back lead block for the quarterback to that side. That's exactly what they did.
Ryder doesn't have height and weight on their roster, but the quarterback looks like a good-sized kid.
The 1st and goal for, that was almost picked off. Nice. Quick pass out there, and Mr. Davis, number 2, was out there and knocked it away really close to an interception. That'll bring up a 2nd down. Ball just, they're going to say at the 9-yard line on the scoreboard that we
just
can't
inside
see.
The 10, isn't it?
Yeah, we can't see the scoreboard. Yeah, visitors radio booth. They have to. You can't see it even if you lean up, can you? At all. So you have
it's not on account of my age. It's on account of
the press box is
about the size of a phone booth.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 6-0 Ryder, threatening again here at the Wylie 9-yard line. Split backs beside Rodriguez, and they will run right side. And nope, quarterback pulled it and kept it. And it fooled me. I certainly thought Daniel had it. So good job there by the Wylie defense to stand their ground, because it would have been me down there. I'd have been tackling number 1 instead of number 10. They got me.
Big play right here. 3rd and goal from about the 6.5 or 7-yard line. If we could keep them to a field goal right here, that would be a
huge.
Pretty good boost.
So 3rd and goal for the Raiders at the Wylie 6-yard line. Wing back, 3 wide receivers, and a running back next to Rodriguez to his right.
They're about to run out of time.
Yep,
they did run out.
Yep, they actually called a timeout. Did they? Timeout on the field with 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Your score: the Rider Raiders 6, WYLIE Bulldogs 0. You listen to Bulldogs football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
Betty Rose's Little Brisket has gotten bigger. 2 new locations for full-service dining, daily lunch specials, and a happy hour that begins daily at 4 p.m. with additional appetizers. Plus live music twice a week on the Triple B porch at each location. The newest location, 3934 Cat Claw Drive, even has a full bar. And the best food made from scratch is at Betty Rose's. Betty Rose's, 2588 East Lake Road, and now 3934 Cat Claw Drive.
Now, back to WYLIE Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
So the Rider Raiders ran out of time there on a 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. They elect to burn one of their timeouts instead of take a delay game. Smart move there. It'll be 3rd and goal from the WYLIE 6-yard line. All right, here we go. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, also a wing over there to the right side with Rodriguez and a back to his right, and they are going to roll that direction. Rodriguez looking to throw, looks into the end zone, can't find anybody, going to be pulled down by Brazos Ham at the 2-yard line. So the Raiders coaching staff with the decision to make here, do you go for it on 4th and goal or try to get some points with your field goal unit? I don't think they're even hesitating. The way they've been running the football, they're just going to go ahead and try to run this in here from the 2-yard line. Big play here. This could be a momentum-changing play for this WYLIE Bulldog defense.
Quarterback's a big kid. Looks like he's 6'2" or 3 and around 200 pounds. I wouldn't be surprised to see him just take off on that little quarterback draw to this side.
They pitch it to the wingback coming across the jet sweep, and Teagle going to push him out of bounds. He did not get in. Oh, they're going to say he got in. I don't think that is, I don't know. The pylon got knocked over, so I'm assuming his foot hit the pylon, but that doesn't necessarily mean the ball got across the plane. It looked to me like he was short of that, but obviously that official standing right there with a much better angle.
It's a good effort by Spiegel.
So 1-yard touchdown run, or pardon me, 2-yard touchdown run by Samuel Manuel. Going to give the Raiders a 2-touchdown lead. Going to kick this one this time. Extra point up and good by Matthew Ike. With 1:13 remaining in our first quarter, your score, the Rider Raiders 13, the WYLIE Bulldogs 0. You're listening to Bulldogs football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
First Financial opened for business in 1890, so this marks our 125th year serving the people of Texas. Through that time and an ever-changing financial landscape, we've continued to thrive. How? Our customers. We wouldn't be here without you. So thank you for coming to us to help grow your business. Buy a house, save for college, plan for retirement. Thanks to you, after 125 years, we're just getting started. First Financial. You first. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Now, back to WYLIE Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
Well, it took the Raiders a little bit longer to score on that drive than it did on their first one. Net result's the same. A touchdown run, this time 2 yards out for Samuel Manuel. Extra point good. 13-0 Wichita Falls here with 1:13 remaining in the first quarter. The Abilene Battery and Golf Cars first quarter at that, so I appreciate Dwayne and his crew for being part of our broadcast. For 2434 Industrial, doing batteries for just about anything you could possibly put a battery in. So we appreciate them giving them a chance to earn your business if you are in the need of a battery of some sort. Short kick going to be caught by number 26, Peyton Wood, and he's going to run all the way across the field, ball on the ground, and I think we just got really lucky as Cade Weaver jumped on it. Peyton Wood was kind of the up back here on the right side, and he caught it, and I guess is the momentum of how he was running, he decided to go back across the field and gave up about 15 yards doing so, and then dropped the football. And luckily that we keep the ball. We will have it at our own 18-yard line. That could have been a disaster.
But it wasn't. It wasn't.
Wiley's offense.
Everything's good.
Yep, and going to have to get things going here. Tight end, 2 wides, split backs behind Atwood, who's under center. No, pardon me, that is not Atwood. That's Hanson, and he is going to fake the option to Bailey Hicks and run all the way to the 38-yard line for Black Plumbing first down.
Nice little burst there.
Yeah, pickup of 16, 15. They're going to mark it at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that. It's about the earliest we've seen him switch quarterbacks.
Yep, it is. Hanson going to be in shotgun, looking to set up that backside screen to Bailey Hicks, and he's got a block or two. And I tell you what, that was about an inch away from being a VIP Sports big play. It ends up going for about 6, but it could have been a lot more.
Yeah, that was a great defensive play out there. One-on-one tackle. Good execution.
Yep. 2nd down and 4 with 20 seconds remaining. This may be, or that might have been the final play of the first quarter. If not, this certainly will be. Twins both sides. Hanson in the gun with Hicks to his right. And Coach Sandifer's going to take a timeout with 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Timeout on the field. Ryder 13, Bulldogs 0. You're listening to Bulldogs football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
Maverick Saw Cutting and Cord Gelling is a proud sponsor of WYLIE Athletics. Maverick Saw Cutting and Cord Gelling will save you time and money with the latest technology, including concrete cutting, live wire and rebar detection, structural analysis in real time, precision wall cutting, and cord gelling from standard concrete to highly abrasive concrete. Maverick Saw Cutting and Cord Gelling, 325-788-7777, or go to MaverickSawCutting.com. Go Bulldogs!
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
8 seconds remaining in the first quarter as Coach Sandifer burns a timeout on a 2nd down and 4. 4 wide receivers for the Dogs, 3 right side. Jackson Hanson in at quarterback, I believe. Is that Nathan Morty is left there, Bill?
I think it is.
I don't think it's Hicks. Yeah, that's definitely more. Hanson on the quarterback draw, and he will not find anywhere to go. Matter of fact, he's going to spin out of tackle. That might have cost him some yards. He might have been back at the line of scrimmage when he broke that tackle, and that's just bad luck. You're trying to make a play, and you end up losing yards, losing a couple. We have a pest patrol penalty flag on the field. We have expired the clock here in the first quarter, but we'll wait and see what the call is. I believe it's going to be against, face mask. Face mask against the Rider Raiders. So that will be a big penalty that will move the ball into Wichita Falls territory at their 46-yard line, and that should be one extra play, I believe, here, an untimed down to end the first quarter. Yep, for sure. So no time on the clock here in the first quarter, but Wylie going to get a play here since that was a defensive penalty at the end of a quarter. Hanson going to be under center, straight drop back, looking right side, looking for Ramirez on the slant, couldn't find him, and he's just going to roll around the right side. Just a little impatient there as Ramirez broke free, but not when Hanson wanted to throw it that first time. He had to pull it down and run, and does to the 40-yard line for a gain of 6. So we are through one here at Memorial Stadium when Wichita Falls has scored. Ryder 13, Wylie 0. You're listening to Bulldog football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
When it comes to finding the right vehicle for you, there's no better place than right here at Lawrence Hall in Abilene.
For over 26 years, Lawrence Hall in Abilene has been the place to find the best from Chevy, Buick, and GMC.
And that's still true today. Great vehicles and great service. We're your West Texas source for all your vehicle needs.
So the next time you need a new car, truck, or SUV, come see us here at Lawrence Hall in Abilene today.
Voted Abilene's best new car dealer for over 20 years by you, our customer.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
13-0 as we are through the first quarter here in Wichita Falls. Second quarter brought to you by Robin Autopilot. If you are tired of mowing your grass, and I know a lot of you are, don't do it anymore. Let a robot do it. RobinAutopilot.com for more information. Let them come put that wire perimeter around your yard and let that thing mow your yard. Starting at $23 a week. It's a heck of a deal. We'll talk more about them as whistles blow on the field. The more I've learned about this little Robin Autopilot thing, Bill, the more impressed I am. So they cut a little gate in your fence, and so the little mower will mow your backyard. When it comes to the gate senses, opens itself. Mower goes through there, goes to your front yard, mows, comes back, goes back through the gate. Gate closes and locks.
It's probably a pretty small gate, right?
Yeah, it's a little bitty. It's about the size of a mower.
What you see is it's those deals that vacuum your house.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than that, but that's similar technology. But it's RobinAutopilot.com. As that false start will move us back to the 45-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 from there. Hanson back to pass, looking right side, and he has no time. Jailbreak there for the defensive front for the Rider Raiders, and Hanson going to be driven all the way back into Bulldog territory. A loss of 7 on the play back to the WYLIE 48-yard line. And Hanson with no time to throw there. 3 gold jerseys making their way through the line. And since they are rushing 3, that's been not a good sign.
Got 5 blocking 3. The way Hanson was kind of backpedaling, I had the feeling that was fixing to be some kind of a screen.
Yeah, might have been.
And they just didn't hold them out long enough. You got to keep them out a little while.
So 3rd down and 17. Ball at the WYLIE 48-yard line. Hanson back to pass. Going to look right side, and not sure if that was for Keitel or Hicks. They both had a chance at it. It was too high for Keitel, but not far enough for Hicks. So incomplete is how that series will come to an end. And the WYLIE team going to have to punt this ball away with Peyton Wood coming on to kick it away. Actually saw a house there, Bill, on Buffalo Gap Road the other day with a Robin Autopilot sign in their front yard.
I saw that.
Yep, that's cool. Technology today is really amazing. Take advantage of it. Heck, great kick there by Wood. Nice high spiral, going to be caught at the 16-yard line by Desmond Sanders. And he's going to be dropped immediately. Great coverage downfield by Zach Corona. Great name. And Zach doing a great job.
Corona.
Doing a really good job downfield to drop Sanders for a gain of only 4 on that punt return.
First down, Raiders from there, 20-yard line.
Well, let's check in with Levi on our Nelson Construction sideline. Mike, after the first quarter, what did Coach have to say to his troops there?
He was pretty happy with the first part of that drive there, and he's just telling them it's a long game. Keep on grinding, stay on your block, and then they struggled right there at the first and second quarter on that one.
It certainly is a long game. Plenty of time left here for WYLIE's. We have a Pest Patrol penalty flag on the field. When you see yellow, think Pest Patrol. That's going to be a procedure penalty against the Raiders, and that'll move it back to the 15-yard line. First down and 15. Just 1 minute gone here in our second quarter. 13-0 Raiders leading the Bulldogs. I don't know about you, but when I sit here in this press box and look out across and just look at this place, I feel like I'm in Shotwell Stadium.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Shotwell.
Yeah, it sure does. And there's a wide receiver screen, and boom, that is not where you want to run it up inside there. Ooh. Yeah, ouchie. Number 47, Dayton Barnes on the stop there. That wide receiver, his coaches are going to say, okay, cut that thing up at the hash marks. When you see the ticks, go downfield. The more you come inside there, the more you're going to pay the price. Case and Hannah also in on that shot.
Yeah, that could have been a game ender for that receiver.
Yeah. Might be sore tomorrow, no matter, huh?
Yep. Second and about 14, huh?
Yeah, 3 wide receivers, 1 back. Do have a tight end on the right side, and they are going to. There we go. Oh, man, the quarterback pulled it out. He is a big kid. Curly back in the studio looking up at the roster online said he was about 6'3", according to the roster online. And one of those
good ball handler.
Yeah, they've multiple times tonight on that zone read. Rodriguez and Bird or Manuel, either one of those backs have been pretty elusive with the football. And now they are going to huddle up. I don't know if we've seen that tonight. It'll be 3rd down and 14 for the Raiders at their own 15-yard line, and they're going to huddle. Now they're going to send 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end, 1 back.
We can play a little pass defense here.
Rodriguez back to pass, looking right side, and that, oh my gosh. That was an interception, might have been a pick 6. Calvin Tyner unable to hang on to it, but it is going to force a Wichita Falls punt. But that's one old Calvin Tyner's going to lie in bed tonight and think about. He's going to have dreams of running that thing into the end zone, because if he catches that, he's got one guy to beat, and it's the quarterback.
Yeah, I do think he would have scored.
Yeah, I do too.
Now he's going to go back and field this punt.
And he's got his hands up on his stickers on his helmet. Oh, that was
a good defensive stop.
It sure was. Almost blocked that one. Jackson Smith back there. What a punt. Golly. Really? Nice high spiral as Tyler going to catch that and look for room to the right. Calvin
score.
Yeah, that would have been nice, huh? Instead, that is a great return. Gets into Wichita Falls territory. Looks like they're going to spot it about the 42, 43-yard line. So Wylie going to have good field position to start their first drive of the second quarter. But I'm with you. That would have been really cool after dropping a potential pick 6 to house a punt return. Would have been nice. Now you're going to have Atwood back in again. Maybe they're just going to alternate series for a little bit. Well, that's what they've done so far.
When Hanson was in, they were trying to utilize his legs more so than throwing the ball.
Atwood, quick pass, looking right side, and incomplete over the head of Hayden Keitel, out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Jacob Rogers coming in the ball game, wide receiver. Got Hicks, Moore, Christian Ramirez. Tried to get to him earlier in the game, had him wide open, just a little overthrown.
2nd down and 10, straight I formation this time. Tight end right, receivers both sides. Atwood is going to be under center play action pass, looking left side to Nathan Moore out of the backfield, and Nathan going to have it. And that will be a gain of first down. Sure will be. That'll be a Black Plumbing first down to the 30-yard line, a gain of 12. And it's nice to see Mr. Moore coming out of the backfield catching the ball on the flat again.
Yeah, we were having a lot of success with that play early in the year until he went out. It just seems like since then we just never did find the right combination of backs.
Yeah, you had Hollenbeck against Brownwood, had pretty good ball game back there, but Nathan Moore is a special fullback. Quick pass over the middle and drops. Number 38, Parker Sanford, the intended receiver, unable to hang on to it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been good for about 6 or 7, just a little right in the middle of the field, just didn't look it in.
Stops the clock with 8:32 remaining in the first half, 13-0. Wichita Falls leading this game. Wylie into Raider territory at the 30-yard line, and this feels like one of those that we need to score. Nothing else, just to get some energy here in the stadium on the Wylie side. Hicks gets the call left side, and he's going to be hit from behind, and will fall forward for 5 to the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
3rd down, 5 yards to go for the Bulldogs.
Probably got 2 shots here to convert this. This is the part of the field that's given us trouble all year long. We get down to about the 30 or even 20 and get in the red zone and kind of start self-destructing. See if we can just punch this one on in and finish this drive.
3rd down and 5. Atwood picking his way through the line, and Coach Sanford calling one there to try to get just some of it, and does. And of course, if there's a big hole, Atwood might have been able to get all of it. Instead, just 2. And that'll bring 4th down and 3. Ball at the Ryder 23-yard line.
Whoever the Ryder Raider was that jumped on the hard count last time, I bet it's not him that does it this time.
They won't go hard count. Atwood just going to toss this one up, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by number 15, Elijah Horton. Well, I think Atwood thought that he was going to have, I don't know if it was a tight end or the guy in the slot on a little corner route there, just tried to flip it over and didn't get enough on it. And number 15, Elijah Horton picks it off, and that will end that drive. So 2 times tonight, Wylie getting into Wichita Falls territory. The first drive stalled at the 35 before a turnover on downs. This one, an interception on a 4th down and 3 at the 23-yard line. So Rodriguez going to be in the gun, and he will hand this one off on the zone read.
Bird on the carry. Lost about 2 yards.
2nd down and 11.
Made some kind of an adjustment now. We've been able to stop that little him riding the back into the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and 11 at the Wichita Falls 24-yard line. Wichita Falls going left to right now. Pass incomplete. Good coverage. They're really nowhere to go with the football for Rodriguez, and he's kind of
second ball in a row he's thrown that could have very easily been picked off. Be a big play here and get the ball back. Tell you what, you're right about Dax Morris being kind of animated down there on the field. He's making up for 5 games of frustration having to sit on the sideline.
Yeah, he is getting people where they're supposed to be, kind of
get there,
coaching on the field, and they do get there. And hang on. Rodriguez hard to get down. They finally do get him down. Nice job, Case and Hannah, to finish that off. There were multiple Bulldogs in the backfield, including Barnes and sure who else that was back there. I think it was Brody Baker. Yeah, Brody Baker. So that will make it a punting situation for the Raiders, as Mr. Tyner will stand back at his own 35-yard line. Wylie trailing 13-0, 6:13 on the clock, and this punt is going to hit short.
Yeah, it got a great bounce.
Yeah, it did get a good bounce. It's going to go just about to where he was. And Brazos Ham, that didn't stop him from running over somebody, does it?
I don't know if he tripped or if somebody knocked him.
He gave the business to number 15, Elijah Horton. That's the kid that had the interception earlier. He probably said, hey, don't do that again. Yeah. Here, get some of this. All right, the Wylie offense going to have the ball at their own 29-yard line. All right, this time we're going to see Atwood again. So it was Atwood on the first drive and the third drive, Hanson on the second drive, so they're clearly not alternating.
Jackson McCaden in at wide receiver. I don't know. We've seen him in at that position this year.
Little counter look here as Hicks gets the call, and he will go for about 7 on the play to the 36-yard line. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Now they're going to mark it at the 37. So an 8-yard run.
Good play on first down. It kind of opens up the playbook a little.
Certainly does. Changes a lot for you. Same formation, 3 wide receivers to the left with Nathan Moore in the slot, wide receiver up top, and it's just a straight call to Hicks right at the middle, and he's got some room this time for a Black Plumbing first down to the 46-yard line. A gain of 9 on the play, so an 8-yard run and a 9-yard run to get this drive started. And Wylie will have it at their own 46-yard line as we start pushing the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. Wylie with the goose egg so far. Wichita Falls Rider with 13 on their side of the ledger, and Wylie offense needing to go down and get something going here. It feels flat. It's just kind of, the whole thing kind of feels flat. I'm not saying Wylie's flat, just kind of feels flat in here tonight. We need a little noise.
Yeah,
from that Wylie side, and a touchdown would do that. 2-yard run for Hicks this time up the middle of the 48-yard line.
Be a good time for just a little time-consuming drive here and get down, put some points on the board, knowing we're going to get the ball first in the third quarter. Rider scoring on their first 2 possessions of the game, and since then, the Wylie defense kind of stepped up and stopped them.
Second down and 8. Ball right in the middle of the field at the Wylie 48-yard line. 3 wide receivers, 2 backs, Atwood in the gun, and we are going to have a pest patrol penalty flag, and I think that's going to be a procedure penalty against us. Man, this script,
yeah, it just gets old, doesn't it? Get a couple of good positive plays in a row, and then
that'll drive a head coach crazy, won't it?
I didn't see it. Wasn't right. It was this linesman over here threw it. I didn't see the wide receiver flinch.
So it'll be second down and 13 now, back at the 43-yard line after the 5-yard penalty. 2 wides each side. You have Hicks to the left of Atwood, and he is going to fake the handoff to Hicks and looks for Ramirez over the middle and couldn't find him. He was covered pretty well, just incomplete.
Third down, 13 yards to go.
Third and 13 for Wylie. That stops the clock just under 4 minutes left, 3:57. 13-0 Raiders. Couple of wings. Tied in. Atwood back to pass and will hit Nathan Moore in the flat. He will lower his shoulder and try to get as much as he can. Does get into Rider territory at the 48-yard line. That's going to be a pick up of 9. Yeah, but it was third and 13, so that'll leave 4th and 4. And I think Coach Sandifer will kick this away. Up here comes the punt team on a 4th and 4 at the Wichita Falls 48. And when you have a 4th and 4 and you know you had a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, exactly. That's the difference in that series right there.
Series you had started with an 8-yard run and a 9-yard run, and then the procedure. Nice punt by Peyton Wood. Going to hit at the Rider 16-yard line and just keeps on rolling. This thing is going to come to rest at about the 2-yard line. And we're going to have a pest patrol penalty flag fly. And if this is against Wylie,
no, it's not. There was a Rider kid just came and lit somebody standing around the ball, just lit him up. The problem is it can only be about a 6-inch penalty.
Well, it could be if it's at the 2, move it to the 1.
Yeah, that's right.
And block in the back. That's what they're going to call. So half the distance to the goal, we'll move it to the 1-yard line.
You get the ball down there, there's a lot of good things can happen. Holding in the end zone. Good fumble. Veterans Garage Door has not kicked in near the money to our scholarship fund this year as they
that's right.
In the past. This would be a good time for a nice little $10.
Look at this interesting offensive formation. You got nothing but the heavy guys up in there, and they're just going to try to lower their head and push their way forward here with 3.5 minutes remaining in our Robin Autopilot second quarter. Again, why mow your yard when you can have a robot do it?
It'd be nice if we had that timeout back now, wouldn't it?
Sure would.
You're going to have to let it run here since we just have 2 left.
For more information, go to robinautopilot.com. Second down and 9 at the 2-yard line. Still a heavy set here for the Rider offense. And boy, they are overloaded left side, aren't they? As snap goes back, quarterback's just going to keep it himself. If that's even kind of hard. That's not the quarterback that's getting the snap there. He's out here running a route. That is a Wildcat number 5, Darian Boyd.
Now we're going to take a timeout. Third down and about 5.
2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Timeout on the field. Wichita Falls Rider 13, Wylie Bulldogs 0. More next on Keene.
Wylie School District has remained an athletic and academic powerhouse by dedicating itself to hard work, determination, and creativity. In much the same way, Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union has remained a reliable source of great service and products since we were founded in 1950. Our 5-star rated mobile apps let you conduct banking at your convenience whenever and wherever you choose. So if you live or work in Taylor County, you're one of us. Join ATFCU and experience the team spirit that's kept us going for 65 years. But more importantly, for this game, go Dogs!
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Kane 105.
All right, a timeout on the field with 2:50 remaining in the second quarter. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 ball at the Ryder 6-yard line. Come on up. And they're going to miss a couple of tackles. Rodriguez going to get a first down. Had him a couple of times, but Jacob Rodriguez, big-bodied quarterback, and they were unable to bring him down, and he's going to get all the way out to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, we had our chance. Just a little outmanned there. It looked like it might have been Spiegel came up. You got a 140-pound quarterback on probably a 200-pound quarterback. Little mismatch.
The first down and 10 for the Raiders at their own 22-yard line. 3 wide receivers are going to run it left side, handoff to Manuel, and he is going to run into Dax Morris and several other white jerseyed defenders. Good job there by the Wylie defense on that run. Boy, it's good to see old Dax back in there.
Yeah, it is.
Not going to lie, I'm partial to him. Friends with his dad, coached him in Little League. Can't help it, but love number 35.
He was kind of a daisy picker in Little League, wasn't he?
You know, he was until he hit one time all the way to the fence. And when he did, the light went off, and he was a different kid the rest of the year. He became a bomber.
Nice.
That's a nice play there inside by 47, Dayton Barnes. Dropping Manuel for a loss. Yeah, he rode one all the way to the fence one time, and it was like, oh, wait, I think I'm a pretty good athlete. I didn't know it.
Didn't know I could
and the
do that.
rest of the year, he batted in the cleanup spot, and he would crush the baseball.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Really, really nice young man. 3rd down and 19 after the good play there by Dayton Barnes. Pushes the Ryder Raiders back inside their 15 to the 14-yard line. And they are going to bleed this thing all the way down to the end of the play clock. There's about a minute left here in the first half, and they will call a timeout. So timeout, Wichita Falls Ryder. They lead 13-0, and we'll come back with more Bulldogs football powered by Taylor Electric Co-op next here on Keen 105.
The Wylie All Sports Booster Club is a proud supporter of Bulldogs Live Online and their broadcasts of Wylie Sports and exists to support all Wylie sports.
Reason number 1 why you should become a member of the Wylie Booster Club. Did you know the Booster Club gives additional financial support to all sports, helping out where funding stops? This kind of support is impossible without the support of Wylie fans like you.
Be a part of this by joining the Wylie All Sports Booster Club today. For more info, check our website, AbileneWylieBulldogs.com.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Kane 105.
Under a minute remaining here in our first half with Wichita Falls leading Wylie 13-0. Ryder Raiders scoring on their very first 2 possessions. And that was it. Wylie defense stepping up, but offensively unable to get it into the end zone here tonight. Invite you to stick around here in a moment for our Lawrence Hall halftime show. We will start that thing off with a quick interview with head coach Hugh Standiford. Give it the sounds of the Pure Gold Marching Band. Brian Hobbs will join us with the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union halftime school board. That's all coming up here in a moment. 3rd down, 19. Ball at the 14-yard line as Boyd going to dance around, and they're going to pull him down. And I'm sure Coach Sanford will burn his final time out here to stop the clock. It's going to be 4th down. Wichita Falls is going to have to punt it away. And Coach Sanford will burn a timeout with 50 seconds remaining, trying to save as much of this clock as he can, see if he can get a score here at the end of the first half. So we'll take a break as well. You're listening to Wylie Bulldogs football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
Hi, I'm Darren Black, owner of Black Plumbing. For 24 years, Black Plumbing has been serving our neighbors, and we are proud to be a part of your community. In Abilene, call us at 325-675-8391. If you've ever wondered what services we provide, go to blackplumbing.com.
The pros who know are ready to go. Call on Black Plumbing. Help is on the way. Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on King 105.
54 seconds remaining in the first half as it's 4th down and 13. Coach Sandifer burning his final timeout, so Wylie looking to get the ball back. Calvin Tyner will go back to return the punt, standing at his own 45-yard line. So Wylie stands to get good field position here, right around 50 seconds. Oh, almost blocked it, but that certainly caused that punt to not be good, and it takes a Wylie bounce. That should be, they're going to have to down that where it hit that, and they will. Okay, it hit the Wichita Falls player at the Wylie 46-yard line.
I don't know who that was back there, but he made a great effort to block that punt. To do that without roughing the punter was pretty.
Might have been last couple of times. Number 12, Jackson Smith got close.
Yeah.
12 got pretty close to it. All right, so Wylie going to have it with 44 seconds remaining. How did that take 10 seconds? Well, that's a little hometown scoreboard operating right there. No way that play took 10 seconds. Atwood back to pass, right side. Nathan Moore out of the backfield. He will go out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So a gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6. 2 wides both sides. Atwood back to pass, looking left side, can't find anybody, going to roll to his right. Now he's got Nathan Moore wide open, and it's going to be caught at the 25-yard line, knocked out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Somehow Nathan Moore gets wide open there for a gain of 23. And Wylie in business in the ACS Heating and Air red zone with 30 seconds remaining in the first half, trailing 13. Good patience there by Atwood. Had plenty of time. Good blocking up front. All of a sudden, Nathan Moore is by himself down the sideline.
I think the guy that's trying to cover him thought Atwood was going to run and came up to make the stop.
Yeah, makes sense. Atwood back to pass, looking right side, going to throw it into the end zone, and incomplete. I'm not sure if he was trying to get Hicks on a wheel route or who else was over there. Was that McAden? Nonetheless, it's incomplete. Yeah, it was McAden, number 20. 24 seconds remaining. 2nd down and 10 at the Raiders 19-yard line.
No timeouts left, so they've got to get something to the
sideline or in the end zone.
That's right.
One of the two. Might have time if it's something over the middle to get up and spike it, but you're taking a chance at 24 seconds left. 3 wide receivers left. Atwood going to look that way. Now he looks right to Nathan Moore and incomplete, and that's probably good. There was 2 defenders right there. If he'd have caught that, he might have been tackled before he got out of bounds. So that'll bring up 3rd down. Ball remains at the 19-yard line with 20 seconds remaining. 13-0 Rider. Heck, you got 20 seconds. 3rd down and 10.
Third, good down to go on a hard count right here. Keep the clock stopped and pick up an extra 5 yards.
Like that. 2 wides both sides again this time with Hicks to the left of Atwood. Back to pass. Harrison looking over the middle for Hicks, and in and out of his hands. He was hit just as it got there. That is a pretty darn good play by,
it was good.
I think that's hard to tell the number. I think that's number 7, Josh Miles, knocking that ball away from Hicks. And that was good.
Touchdown.
Yeah, it was a good throw.
15 seconds to go.
Everything good there, but sometimes the other guy in the other jersey makes a play. Miles did that time, so Coach Sandifer going to try a
35-yarder, 36-yarder.
They're going to put the block on the right hash on the 26-yard line, so it'll be a 36-yard attempt for number 20, Jackson McAden, and a pest patrol penalty flag going to fly. That's going to be a delay of game. Sure is. Delay of game against Wylie. So now
you might as well do a Hail Mary.
going to kick it. He's going to go for a 41-yarder. McCade, he's got the leg. He can make this. Jackson McAden to attempt a 41-yard field goal from the right hash. Ball will go right to left, which we think is north here at Memorial Stadium. Good kick, and better watch out. This guy's in the end zone, and he's going to be able to field it, and he does right on the end line. As shades of Alabama-Auburn for a couple of years ago, and they are going to have to get this guy down as Desmond Sanders is still on his feet, finally going to be slung down by Calvin Tyner on the final play of the first half. And that ball just 5 yards short. That delay of game might have cost us a field goal right there because that ball was caught right on the end line. Levi, you got your work cut out for you here. For sure, as Levi will be waiting for head coach Hugh Sandiford to start our halftime show with some thoughts from the head man himself as we get ready for the Lawrence Hall halftime show. Interview brought to you by our friends at Maverick Saw Cutting and Core Drilling, providing core drilling, concrete cutting, flat sawing, and wall sawing. They can saw through layers of concrete with diamond blades for cutting floors, bridge decks, driveways, elevated slabs, pavement walls, and more. 3D imaging so there's no damage to anything under the concrete or inside the wall, and can drill holes in a variety of sizes and depths. Call them at 788-7777 or find them online at Maverick Saw Cutting and Core Drilling. .com, proud sponsor of our halftime interview with head coach Hugh Sandiford. As Levi making his way, you're going to have to start walking left if you're going to catch him. There he goes. So Levi down on our Nelson Construction sideline. Mike with a quick word with head coach Hugh Sandiford. Levi, down to you.
Coach Sandiford, they jumped off to a little bit of a quick start there, and then your defense started looking pretty good, shorted up nicely. And what are you looking for in the second half to get a little offense rolling?
Well, number one, quit jumping off sides. Quit dropping footballs. We got to make plays. We kick off and let them run it to our 30. 2 plays later, and they're in the end zone. So we just got to come out this half, play better. Drop a touchdown on that last drive. We had a great play. And then kind of what's been the theme of the game, we get a delay of game to line up for a field goal. So we just got to play better.
Thanks, Coach.
I would agree. Kind of sums it up. Yeah, it sure does. Very clear thoughts there from head coach Hugh Sandiford, and accurate description of what we saw here in the first half. All right, we're going to go to our Lawrence Hall halftime show with the Wichita Falls Raiders leading the WYLIE Bulldogs 13-0. Quick break. We'll come back. We'll give you the sounds of the Pure Gold Marching Band. Brian Hobbs will come in on our Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union halftime scoreboard, look at some scores from around the area. So stick around. The Lawrence Hall halftime show coming up next here on Keen 105.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet John. John is a middle-class guy. Hello. John likes his sports talk. John likes his news talk. John likes rock and roll. That's right. John reads the sports section and the business section. John likes the game of billiards. John likes 8-ball and 9-ball and those fancy trick shots. John has plenty of room at his house for a pool table and maybe a game table. And maybe some game room chairs. And maybe dare I say it, yes, maybe even a bar. And right over there, John could put shuffleboard or air hockey or foosball. John will decide when he goes to Abilene Billiard Connection. Then John's wife will come in and decide what color and style. As long as John gets his billiard table, he doesn't give a rat's patootie. Really, a man's home is his castle, and in John's castle, there will be a game room. Abilene Billiard Connection is at 2950 North 1st, so John and Mrs. John can completely outfit their castle's game room at really good prices from a local concern. Now that John is getting his game room, here's what John has to say. Hoo-wah! That's Abilene Billiard Connection at 2950 North 1st.
Hey, WYLIE Bulldog fans, if you want to keep up with school news, community news, sports news, or art news, check out WYLIE Growl Magazine. WYLIE Growl is the official magazine of the WYLIE Independent School District, a full-color magazine highlighting all of the great accomplishments of WYLIE students, and it keeps you up to date on what's happening in the district and in the community, and features WYLIE residents of all ages. For information on how to pick up your copy of WYLIE Growl Magazine, go to WYLIEGrowl.com. It's great to be a WYLIE Bulldog.
Here's a little slice of information that will really hit every electric co-op member right in the breadbasket. Since 1936, the average price of a loaf of bread has increased 18 times. But the average price of your electricity has only increased 2 times. Just one more way, it pays to be a co-op member. Learn more about the power of your co-op membership at togetherwesave.com.
To learn about a co-op membership, contact Taylor Electric Cooperative at 325-793-8500.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on King 105.
Welcome back into the Lawrence Hall halftime show here on Keen 105. Lawrence Hall Abilene offering the best for GM, Volkswagen, Lincoln, and Mazda, and the best customer service. Wichita Falls Rider leading Wylie at the half 13-0. You heard Coach Sanford talk about just really, in a nutshell, playing cleaner football, mental mistakes, drop balls, those type of things have kind of haunted this Wylie team this season. Something that certainly need to get corrected here as we are now in district play. Hopefully they can do that here in the second half. Maybe this will be the second half where those things kind of dissipate and go away. That would be fantastic. Brian Hobbs will join us here in a moment on the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union halftime scoreboard as he will have scores from around the area. But first, let's send you down to the field for our weekly edition of the Sounds of the Pure Gold Marching Band, brought to you by our friends In Tune Music and Sound. They can help you with band and orchestra instruments and repaired at 221 Grape Street here in Abilene. You can call them at 677-2471. That's In Tune Music and Sound as the Pure Gold Band ready to get things going here tonight. So we will send it down to the field for the sounds of the Wylie Pure Gold Marching Band. As always, a great performance from the Pure Gold Marching Band. Tonight, live from Memorial Stadium in Wichita Falls, the Pure Gold, brought to you by our friends at Intune Music and Sound. They can help you with band and orchestra instruments and repair, help you find a new guitar, keyboard, or amp, or locate whatever piece of music or other accessory that you might be searching for. Intune Music and Sound, your nationally known, locally owned music store at 221 Grape in Abilene. Call them at 677-2471. All right, I'm going to step aside. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Brian Hobbs will join us with a look at the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union halftime scoreboard as we continue on next here on our Lawrence Hall halftime show with your Wylie Bulldogs trailing the Wichita Falls Rider Raiders 13-0 here at the half. The Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union halftime scoreboard next here on Keene 105.
Here's a little slice of information that will really hit every electric co-op member right in the breadbasket. Since 1936, the average price of a loaf of bread has increased 18 times. But the average price of your electricity has only increased 2 times. Just one more way, it pays to be a co-op member. Learn more about the power of your co-op membership at togetherwesave.com.
To learn about a co-op membership, contact Taylor Electric Cooperative at 325-793-8500.
Is it sprained? Is it strained? Is it fractured? Should I use ice or should I use heat? Wow, do we need a surgeon? Abilene Bone and Joint and Action Sports Medicine has your answer to your questions. Saturday mornings beginning August 8th through football season, come for free sports evaluations from 9 until 11 a.m. There's an x-ray and open MRI on site which will speed your diagnosis. Action helps you get back in the action. 1633 Cottonwood. Call them at 676-5633. Action. Excellence in sports medicine and physical therapy.
Hi, this is Trace Michaels, and I can tell you from experience that my child loved going to the dentist. What? My child loved going to the dentist, and the reason why is because he goes to Abilene Pediatric Dental Associates. They are the most trained and equipped people to provide dental care to all children. Abilene Pediatric Dental Associates is the home of Abilene's only board-certified pediatric dentist. If your child doesn't like to go to the dentist, give them a try. Abilene Pediatric Dental Associates. To get on board, call 325-437-5284.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
All right, welcome back to the Lawrence Hall halftime show here at Memorial Stadium, Wichita Falls, where the Wylie Bulldogs are playing the Wichita Falls Riders 13-0 here at halftime. Time to take a look at the Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union halftime scoreboard. It is week 7 of the football season already. Everybody already in district. Let's get you started out in Abilene or Shotwell, District 3, 6A. The Abilene High Eagles are 2-0 in District 5-1 overall, as they are in a matchup tonight against the Nashville Central Bobcats. And from Shotwell in the second quarter with 3 minutes and 39 seconds left, it is the Abilene High Eagles on top of the Central Bobcats 9-7 in that game. Let's move over to District 2 5A, where the Cooper Cougars are on the road at Paladuro up in Amarillo. 11 minutes left in the second quarter in that game. Cooper is all over Paladuro, 21-0. Cooper comes in at 1-1 in district, tied at 4th in that district. We'll get you caught up on some of the action from last night. Some of our district was in action in District 2 5A, where Wichita Falls High and Randall squared off last night in Randall, where the Randall Raiders win that game 31-14. And as we have some other scores from District 2 5A tonight, it's the Lubbock Cooper Pirates at Plainview. Lubbock Cooper is, of course, coming in at 5-0. Lubbock Cooper is all over Plainview, 28-0 in the second quarter there. Let's get you caught up on some 4A scores from around the area. Let's look at the Brownwood Lions. The Brownwood Lions come in at District 5 4A at 3-2 record overall. They're squaring off tonight in Gatesville. Brownwood playing Gatesville. It is at halftime. Brownwood leads that game 27-7. We also will have the Snyder Tigers. Snyder is at Monahan tonight. That game is 1 minute and 46 seconds left in the second quarter. Snyder and Monahan's tied at 7. Stephenville in a matchup tonight with China Spring. That's a tough district this year. Stephenville is at halftime leading China Spring 13-0. Looking at some of the 3A scores, we will start with Cisco. Cisco is playing at home tonight versus Coleman. Cisco is winning that one to the second quarter, 5 minutes and 35 seconds left. Cisco is up 27-0. We also have Anson. Anson is playing at Merkel tonight. Anson is at home versus Merkel Badgers tonight. That's in the second quarter with about 9 minutes left. Merkel is leading Anson 19-12. We've got Hawley. Hawley Bearcats are at the Winters Blizzards. Winters is coming in at 5-1 in that overall record. Hawley is leading this one in the second quarter with 3 minutes and 39 seconds left. Hawley's up 16-8. Let's take a look at Eastland. The Eastland Mavericks are playing the early Longhorns tonight down in Early. That is in the second quarter. 8 minutes and 39 seconds left. They are all knotted up at 7. Stanford taking on Ozona in Ozona tonight. That game is in the second quarter with about 6 minutes left. In the second quarter, Stanford's leading that one 21-0. That's probably going to be an easy win there for Stanford. Moving on to the next score I've got the Hamlin Pied Pipers, undefeated, playing at Roscoe tonight. This game is at halftime. Hamlin is all over Roscoe, 43-7. And I've got the Sweetwater Mustangs at home versus Lamesa. Lamesa's winning this one at halftime by 1. The score there is 13-12. And let's get you one more score. I've got the Clyde Bulldogs are at home versus the Wall Hawks. 10 minutes and 24 seconds left to go before half there. The Wall Hawks leading by a touchdown, 14-7. Also got two more scores. Let's pass along to you. The Colorado High School Wolves C-City are undefeated this year, and they are leading at Lubbock Roosevelt tonight in the second quarter, about to go halftime there. That score is 13-0. And one final score I do have for you, the Battleship Bearcats are playing at Baines. 9 minutes left in that first half score there is 14-0. Let's recap the Cooper scores and the Abilene High scores for you, just to check on those. But as right now, I still have the Abilene High Eagles are leading over the San Angelo Central Bobcats 9-7. That was about 3 minutes left in the first half. And one more check of the Cooper score hasn't changed any yet either. About 11 minutes to go in the first half there. Cooper is leading 21-0. That's all the scores I have for you for Week 7 of the High School Awards. We'll take a break at the half with the WYLIE Bulldogs trailing Wichita Falls 13-0. More of the Lawrence Hall halftime show next on Key 105.
Since 1890, the folks you know and trust at Haskell National Bank have proudly provided the latest in banking convenience. At Haskell National, we make it a point to get to know you and provide you with the personalized service you deserve. Stop by and visit Haskell National Bank, Buffalo Gap Road at South 32nd in Abilene, or 601 North 1st in Haskell, celebrating 125 years of continuous service.
Thank you.
Member FDIC.
The WYLIE All Sports Booster Club is a proud supporter of Bulldogs Live Online and their broadcasts of WYLIE Sports and exists to support all WYLIE sports.
Reason number 2 why you should become a member of the WYLIE Booster Club. Did you know the Booster Club gives $15,000 in college scholarships every year? The further education of WYLIE athletes is impacted annually by the work of the Booster Club. This type of support is impossible without the support of WYLIE fans like you.
Be a part of this by joining the WYLIE All Sports Booster Club today. For more info, check our website, AbileneWYLIEBulldogs.com.
When it comes to finding the right vehicle for you, there's no better place than right here at Lawrence Hall in Abilene.
For over 26 years, Lawrence Hall in Abilene has been the place to find the best from Chevy, Buick, and GMC.
And that's still true today. Great vehicles and great service. We're your West Texas source for all your vehicle needs.
So the next time you need a new car, truck, or SUV, come see us here at Lawrence Hall in Abilene today.
Voted Abilene's best new car dealer for over 20 years by you, our customer.
You'll feel the difference when you have your AC unit serviced by ACS Heating and Air. ACS Heating and Air is family owned and operated. ACS provides service, preventative maintenance, and system replacement for commercial and residential. ACS Heating and Air also provides free estimates. ACS Heating and Air hope very much to earn your business, but their mission? To earn your trust. And don't forget to ask about the Comfort Care Program. Call 325-690-0998. Betty Rose's Little Brisket has gotten bigger. 2 new locations for full-service dining, daily lunch specials, and a happy hour that begins daily at 4 p.m. with additional appetizers. Plus live music twice a week on the Triple B porch at each location. The newest location, 3934 Cat Claw Drive, even has a full bar. And the best food made from scratch is at Betty Rose's. Betty Rose's, 2588 East Lake Road, and now 3934 Cat Claw Drive.
Were you born in a barn? You're letting all the AC out. A 30-minute shower? Come on. It's a full-time job following you kids around turning off lights. Do you have to leave the fridge door open the whole time you're in the kitchen?
Are you passing on good energy-saving habits? Save energy and money at togetherwesave.com.
A message from your hometown co-op. It's Taylor Electric Cooperative in Merkel.
Bobcat of Abilene, the power behind your work. Over 30 years in sales, rental, parts, and service. If you have a job to do, we have the right tool rental. If you have questions, we have your solution. Visit Bobcat of Abilene today at 2257 South Treadaway. Active military, law enforcement, and first responders receive 10% off all equipment rentals. Bobcat of Abilene. Over 30 years in sales, rental, parts, and service. Bobcat of Abilene, the power behind your work.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on King 105.
Welcome back into the Lawrence Hall halftime show here on King 105. Lawrence Hall, Abilene, offering the best from GM, Volkswagen, Lincoln, and Mazda, and the best customer service as the Ryder Raider Band performing down on the field. About 8 minutes left here in our halftime show as we take a look at some of these halftime stats here tonight. Bill, you look at the yardage. It's pretty amazing how close this first half was from a yardage standpoint. About 110 total yards for Wichita Falls Ryder. For Wylie, 124 total yards. And, of course, our stats are unofficial. I think I saw Jordan Hofa, the writer for the Reporter News, I think I saw on Twitter, he reported Ryder with 119 yards, Wylie with 116. Raiders are 3 of 10 on third down. Wylie is 0 for 6 on third down, and that's really the difference here in the first half, isn't it? Just the inability to convert on third down.
Well, I think that and what Coach Sanford talked about we've got to catch the football. He wasn't necessarily just talking about on offense. I mean, I feel like that was a good defensive play on Hicks in the end zone. That was a ball that could have been caught. But the one that I think of is the missed interception that was a 6-point. That was a 7-point interception that was dropped. He would have walked in the end zone. So just the little things. I saw Jordan at halftime, and he said it's kind of the same old story, isn't it? We drive deep, we get down around the 20 or 30, and we find some way of getting a negative play, or we just kill our own momentum.
Yep, for sure. Harrison Atwood, 3 carries for 5 yards here in the first half. Bailey Hicks with 7 carries, 30 yards. Hanson, 3 carries, 15 yards. It was interesting, Jazair George, the sophomore that they pulled up this week on the very first play of the game, they ran a reverse to him. He went 11 yards, and we haven't seen him back on offense again. So maybe that's a wrinkle we'll see here in the second half. 57 yards passing for Atwood, 6 for Hanson. Hicks, Nathan Moore, the leading receiver, with 4 receptions and 48 yards. So when you think about it, though, Bill, you have, 6 receptions here in the first half, 4 of them to Moore, 1 to Hicks, only 1 to a wide receiver. So really not getting the ball out wide and unable to really press it down the field with the vertical passing game. And that's that's more of just the inability to throw it deep because of time.
Getting the ball deep to Heidel has been something we've been able to do all year long, a couple of times a game at least, 15, 18, 20-yard pass. And we've not had anywhere near enough time to get that long of a play.
So hopefully here in the second half, Wylie can finish off some of these drives. They've had really good drives. I mean, their very first drive of the ball game was about a 10-play or so drive, ended up turnover on downs at the 35. Third drive of the ball game, get it down to the 23-yard line before throwing an interception on a 4th and 3. Then you have that final drive of the game, get all the way down to the 19. As a matter of fact, ran 3 plays from the 19-yard line, got 0 yards, and ended up missing a field goal after a delay of game, forced you basically out of field goal range. Some little things, exactly what Coach Sandifer said going into the half, and then this will be the second half that WYLIE gets some of that cleaned up and really get going here offensively. I got to tell you, Bill, defensively, those first 2 drives, the first one obviously let that kickoff return go deep, but even so, ball on the 40-yard line, and they score in 2 plays. Then that next drive, and then after that, the WYLIE defense has played really good football.
Really has.
So they'll need
he kind of summed it up when you said, basically we just got to play better. When Levi asked him, what do we got to do to get back in this ball game, he said we got to play better.
Yep,
it covers a lot of areas.
Yep, sure does. So we are at the half here with about 4 minutes or so on the clock here in the halftime. So we'll send it back to the studio for just a moment here on our Lawrence Hall halftime show. Come back, get you ready for the second half. Wichita Falls Rider 13, WYLIE 0. You're listening to Bulldog Football, empowered by Taylor Electric Co-op here on Keen 105. More coming up next.
Hey, WYLIE Bulldog fans, if you want to keep up with school news, community news, sports news, or art news, check out WYLIE Growl Magazine. WYLIE Growl is the official magazine of the WYLIE Independent School District, a full-color magazine highlighting all of the great accomplishments of WYLIE students, and it keeps you up to date on what's happening in the district and in the community, and features WYLIE residents of all ages. For information on how to pick up your copy of WYLIE Growl Magazine, go to WYLIEGrowl.com. It's great to be a WYLIE Bulldog.
At First Financial, we're celebrating our first 125 years.
And we wouldn't be here without our customers.
So thank you.
Thank you for entrusting us with your dreams.
Thanks for your commercial business.
And your personal business.
Thank you for being part of our family. And making us part of yours.
Thanks to you, after 125 years, we're just getting started.
First Financial. You first. Member FDIC.
Were you born in a barn? You're letting all the AC out. A 30-minute shower? Come on. It's a full-time job following you kids around turning off lights. Do you have to leave the fridge door open the whole time you're in the kitchen?
Are you passing on good energy-saving habits? Save energy and money at togetherwesave.com.
A message from your hometown co-op. It's Taylor Electric Cooperative in Merkel.
Now, back to WYLIE Bulldog Football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
Welcome back into the Lawrence Hall halftime show here on Keen 105. Lawrence Hall Abilene offering the best from GM, Volkswagen, Lincoln, and Mazda, and the best customer service as we get a couple of minutes away from the end of halftime up here. Boy, I'll tell you what, look at their run-through, inflatable run-through. It's got eyes that light up.
Oh, I know it. That's
I tell you,
it's the best one I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's cool looking. It's got a big guy on a horse type thing, and a horse's eyes are red, and they blink.
That's pretty kind of like the...
That's really high tech, big money there, for sure. Rider band still on the field here, as you can hear in the background, with 1 minute and 37 seconds left on the clock. You know, they set the clock, Bill. They decided to start having a certain amount of, time on the clock for halftime. It's 25 minutes.
Well, I noticed
they're going to get off in time.
They gave 13 minutes to WYLIE, and they finished right on the dot. And Ryder looks like they're going to run over.
No, I think they're going to be done. But there's the crescendo. I tell you what, pretty good halftime show by both these bands, man. That's one of the cool things I've noticed in this move up to 5A is the quality of just the number of kids that are in the band for the other schools.
Yeah,
obviously, just makes it sound fuller and better. And pretty good performance right there.
Yeah, when we first started doing this, about a fourth of male band members also had football pants on.
yeah, you'd have guys out there having to play at halftime because of the size of the school. So things have certainly changed in our 20 years, and halftime will be over. The teams will bring themselves back on the field here. So we'll wrap up the Lawrence Hall halftime show with one final quick break. We'll come back for the edible arrangements third quarter here with WYLIE trailing Rider 13-0 on Keen 105.
If this is your idea of going to the dentist, it's time for you to make a change. At Borland Family Dentistry, we'll make your smile beautiful and healthy with a simple checkup, or by using one of the most advanced cosmetic procedures. Let's make your smile something to smile about. Borland Family Dentistry. 2 great dentists, 1 awesome team. Borland Family Dentistry. You'll love your smile again. Now, same-day appointments. 695-3300.
At AIM Bank, we know your time matters. That's why we offer hometown service paired with big bank convenience. I'm Gary Galbraith, Market President for Abilene. At AIM Bank, you'll get quick loan decisions and convenient tools like our mobile banking app. When you open an account with us, you'll get free access to time-saving solutions, including mobile check deposit and over 600 ATMs right here in Texas. AIM Bank, hometown service, big bank convenience. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on King 105.
That'll wrap it up for our Lawrence Hall halftime show here on King 105. We certainly appreciate Lawrence Hall. They have been so wonderful to us here at Bulldogs Live Online. They contribute to everything that we do, including sponsoring the brand new app. We certainly appreciate the fine folks there. Man, they mean a lot to us. And if you haven't downloaded the free app, by the way, you can get it in either your Google Play or App Store for Android or Apple phones, and you can listen to football and volleyball right there on your phone. Now, there'll be times if you're stuck with bad service, you may not, it may just offend, but that's your phone carrier, not the app. It's been fantastic, and it's absolutely free. We appreciate Lawrence Hall being a sponsor of that as well. They've just been fantastic, man. They contribute to our scholarship fund. They just do everything. All right, time for our third quarter, which is brought to you by Edible Arrangements at 4102 Buffalo Gap Road. It's ediblearrangements.com. Open 7 days a week. I guess you saw one of their fruit bouquets the other day. Huh?
It was pretty cool.
Wylie won the toss, deferred to the second half, so they are due to get this ball here, and it's going to be a short kick going to be caught at the 28-yard line by number 26, Peyton Wood, and Wood looking to get a nice return, and we'll get it up to about the 39-yard line. He ain't scared of returning.
No, that's the second short kick he's returned. The last one, he kind of gave a little ground and ended up giving up about 15 yards, but he
got upfield that time, didn't he? Imagine he probably heard about that.
Bet he did.
Yeah, get upfield, young man.
Like Atwood's coming out.
So here we go in the second half. Wylie offense to start things off here. First down and 10 at their own 39-yard line. They will send 3 wide receivers into this formation, 2 to the right. No, pardon me, 2 on both sides. Back Nathan Moore to the right of Atwood, and he is just going to straight quarterback run to the right side. May have scratched out a yard. I think he probably just got back to the line of scrimmage. So, no gain on the play. That'll bring up second down and 10.
That's been a pretty good play for Wylie off and on throughout the year. Just Atwood's a good-sized kid, big legs. Been able to pop some in there. Nothing doing on that one.
Straight eye here. Tight end right. Wide receivers each side. Play action pass. Looking for the tight end, and he's going to catch it and takes a shot. That is a really good catch by Brody Baker. As number 5, Darian Boyd hit him right as he caught it, but Baker hangs on to it, and he will stay down here for the time being. Maybe he got a little shot to the ribs there. Knocked out of him a little bit, maybe. Pickup of 6 on that throw and catch is, tell you what, a pretty good shot by Darian Boyd. Baker doing a really good job to hang on to the football there. He's good. Yeah, he'll pop up. I imagine that was just getting the wind knocked out of him a little bit. So he's going to jog off. We've mentioned it before. For someone that's never had the air knocked out of them, I mean, it is scary. It's terrible. You feel like you're going to die. It's the worst thing. I'll tell you what, that's a big league catch right there. When you take a shot like that, right when the ball gets there and you're able to hang on, that's big time.
Good stuff.
Third down and 4 for the Wylie offense at their own 45-yard line, just underway here in the second half, with the Bulldogs trailing 13-0.
I'll say we throw it to Moore out in the flat. What do you say?
All right, sounds good to me. They're going to run option left. Atwood going to cut it up and
didn't get there.
He's going to have a gain of maybe 3 to the 48-yard line.
Going to be about a yard short.
49-yard line.
He's going to bring an extra fullback in, and
I think they're going
power eye.
Fourth down and 1 at the Wylie 48-yard line. I think you're absolutely right. Power eye is what we're going to see here behind Atwood.
Hope the safety bites on it, and we throw it for a touchdown.
2 tight end set, and Atwood fell. He tripped and fell. He tripped and fell on the snap, and he is down right there. He popped right back up, but his knee hit the ground.
Well, and Keitel had definitely gotten behind the defensive back. While the ball floated in the air, the defensive back made up the ground. And that could have very easily been a touchdown.
That kind of looked like what you see when a lineman steps on the foot of the quarterback, and he's just unable to keep his footing and goes and ends up on one knee. Good heads-up play to hop up as fast as he could. Too late. He would have been down even at the college level. On the NFL, he would have been. That's going to be a procedure penalty against Ryder. The second half starting out.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of begging now, Trace. We're asking for penalties on the other team,
and we got one there. That'll move it back to midfield exactly. Third quarter, 10:08 on the clock in our Robin Autopilot quarter. First and 15 for the Ryder Raiders. You're going to have Jacob Rodriguez in the gun, 3 wide receivers, 2 backs. That's going to this back here. Yep, there it goes.
There's a good play.
Yep, nice job there by 27, Bailey Hicks. No, it wasn't Bailey Hicks. That's 37. Yeah, he's got his jersey all shoved up in there. Kason Hannah.
Bring up that second and 14.
I didn't think they let you have that back flap out anymore. He's the only one on the field with it like that.
The kidney protector.
That back flap back there. Usually the officials walk around before the game and tell them to cover those things up. Makes it hard for us announcers to see your number. No gain on the play. It'll be second down and 15. Tell you what, Ryder likes to take their time, don't they? They don't snap this thing to less than 5 seconds. Boyd on the handoff, and he's got a couple of tacklers and still on his feet. Finally pulled down there at the 38-yard line.
Oh, we kind of get them in a bind, and then we start missing tackles.
Still a shot here with a third down and 3.
Yep. Dax Morris got up a little slow that time. You can tell he's just trying to walk it off and play like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Hope nobody notices.
Favoring that knee a little bit. Yeah. The third down and 3 for Ryder at the Wylie 40 or 38-yard line. Pardon me.
Got to have a play here.
Yeah, they're going to go Wildcat.
Oh, he's going to be close.
I think he's going to be just a hair short, but I would assume that Ryder will go for it. It's going to be fourth down and about half a yard at the Wylie 36-yard line, and they will go for it.
Then they're going to get up and go quick. Oh, they got a bad snap.
Yeah, low snap. They got a chance here. Got a chance. Pull it down. And they do. That's going to be a stop for the Wylie defense. Taking advantage of that bad snap there. It was delivered low to Jacob Rodriguez, and that took just a little bit of time. Dax Morris, Brazos Ham, and a couple of other white shirts back in the backfield to make the stop. Wylie needed that one, and they'll get it.
Well, about time
have an opponent make a mistake.
Yeah, however many drives Ryder has had since the first 2 is how many stops we've had. Scored on their opening 2 possessions, and we've stopped them ever since.
2 tight end set here for the Wylie offense. Atwood hands it to Hicks left side. He will try to find a hole, can't, and tries to cut it back. Now back up inside for a gain of 2 up to the 40-yard line.
Pretty good job of turning that into a 2-yard gain. Could have been about a 2-yard loss very easily.
The second down and 8, 13-0 Rider, 8-minute mark. Third quarter brought to you by Edible Arrangements. Find them online at ediblearrangements.com. Send you a fruit bouquet, candy bouquet. They're arrangements and they're edibles. How about that? Atwood back to pass, looking left side. Got a man down the sideline. Too tall for number 81, Hayden Keitel, and incomplete.
Had him open.
Yep. Had to throw that one in the old turkey hole.
Yeah. Soft spot.
That'll bring third down and 8 now at the Wylie 40-yard line. 7:40 on the clock here in the third quarter. Tell you what, every time we score a touchdown, Borland and Sobin Dentistry gives a donation. We haven't got enough of their money either.
No, we don't.
Not enough turnovers from Brethren's Garage Door. Not enough money from Borland Sobin. Let's get some touchdowns here. And that ball's going to be batted up in the air by number 35, Joshua Rodriguez, and incomplete, and that'll bring up a punting situation.
Both defenses kind of stiffening up here. Of course, the Rider defense has been pretty strong all night long. Either that or our offense has just been lacking a little. Still got a goose egg on the board.
High snap on the punt, going to be gathered in. What a nice kick.
Punt.
Man, that's fantastic. Caught at the 16-yard line. Multiple Wylie defenders he gave ground on his own, and there's going to be a pest patrol penalty flag thrown. And number 5, Darian Boyd, ran backwards after the kick, and now I think we might have another.
Is that a face mask on us?
I think there's going to be 2 flags here. I mean, there are 2 flags, but I think it's going to be 2 separate calls. Something happened over here with Hollenbeck. I wasn't sure if somebody hit him, but I think you're right. I think that is a face mask. Well, I tell you what, it's a killer. It is. You got the guy running backwards on a great punt. He's inside his own 10-yard line, and you face mask him. And then maybe, just maybe, this one over here is on Rider, which would be offsetting. If it is offsetting, they'll punt it again, won't they?
I would think. Face mask.
2 face mask penalties. 2 different face mask penalties. So that will move it to the, 19-yard line?
Well, Coach Sandifer said you just have to play better.
So the penalty will move the ball to the Raider 19-yard line. Could have been at the 4-yard line. Rodriguez will keep it on the zone read. He will be met by Dayton Barnes. Will pick up about 4 before Barnes slings it down. A little help in there from Malden Ross, number 86. That'll be a gain of 5 on the play to the 24-yard line. Second down and 5. Ryder going right to left here. Ball left hash. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right. Backs to either side of Rodriguez, the quarterback. Slap his hands together, get the snap handed off inside to Samuel. And Samuel Manuel will pick up about 4. I think it's going to be short of a first down. Be 3rd down and 1 at the Ryder 28-yard line. 13-0 Wichita Falls. 6.5 minutes remaining in the Edible Arrangements third quarter. It's going to be same formation. 3 wides, 2 to the right. Backs to each side of the quarterback. Tell you what, that left tackle for Ryder looks pretty big. Doesn't he? Pretty good sized kid.
Yes, he does. Right tackle's not small. They don't have the heights and weights where we can tell, but
handoff on the jet sweep going left side, and somebody lost a wristband. I didn't know what it was. I saw something black flying. Yep. Number 24
called it off, making a good play there.
The previous Bird had enough for a first down, though. The Ryder 32-yard line. I kind of lost sight of the end of the play there, Bill. I just saw something black flying in the air. play sheet and wristband. Handoff goes to Darian Boyd, and he will have nowhere to run up the middle. Tell you what, it takes multiple guys to get him down every time he touches the ball, doesn't it? It does. That time, Hannah, Ross, Morris, Dave Barnes trying to strip the ball. Just one of them had number 5, Boyd, by his hair. Did you see that?
Which is legal.
Yeah, it sure is. Considered part of the uniform. The second down and 8 after the 2-yard run by Boyd. Wing right. They'll run the zone read off of the jet sweep this time. Rodriguez will find a room up the middle as they fake it to Samuel Manuel. Tell you what, that's tough to defend. That little zone read look off the jet sweep, it's pretty tough. That'll be a first down for the Raiders at their own 43-yard line as we now hit the 4:53 mark of the third quarter. Wylie with no points in this one so far. The Raiders with 13, and this time they'll hand the jet sweep to Manuel, and he will go around the left end. He will be into Bulldog territory before he is thrown down by Brazos Ham along with number 4, Jazier George, the sophomore that was brought up this week. Had the first carry of the ball game, been playing safety. Say what, he's going to pull you up before the district game you're going to play. He ain't pulling you up to stand you on the sideline. You're going to go in and play. First down and 10 for the Ryder Raiders at the Wylie 43-yard line. Ball left hash now. Wide side of the field to the right. With 2 wide receivers out that way, they're going to hand it off inside to Bird. Bird's going to be rode down from behind. And we're just missing a lot of tackles right at the point of attack. Brody Baker finishing that one off, but Bird's going to pick up 8 to the Wylie 35-yard line. It'll be second down and 2 from there.
Quarterback 6'3", that running back, number 20, is 5'3".
He's not very big, is he?
Stocky, quick. He is short.
3 wide receivers, 2 to the right. You have a tight end to the right for Wichita Falls, and quarterback's going to keep it. I'll tell you what, this offensive line for Wichita Falls is moving us off the ball. And Levi, I'm sure you're seeing that down there as Wichita Falls lower their head. You play some defensive line in your time. What can you do to stave that off a little bit?
Low man wins is the most basic concept I can think of, but right now the surge is not going the way we want it to.
First down and 10 for Wichita Falls at the Wylie 28-yard line. 3 wide receivers. They're going to jet sweep it to the right side. And Mr. Manuel with room to run around that right end. Finally going to be pulled down, but not until he goes inside the ACS Heating and Air red zone all the way to the 8-yard line. And when you are blowing people off the ball like that, Bill, it makes it really, really hard for those backside guys to be able to get to where they're supposed to be.
Yeah,
stop a play like that.
Lane to run through.
Boyd on the call inside.
Well, defense played so good for about 7 or 8 possessions there of Riders. And this coming out here in the second half, I don't know if Ryder made some big adjustment in their blocking schemes or something, but we're definitely getting whipped up front.
Yeah, I quite honestly, I just think we're outsized. You know, you take a look at the size of that offensive front for Wichita Falls Ryder. They're bigger than us. They're, Levi said, low man wins. They're getting low and making it really, really hard for our guys to find a place to run. As they're going to go Wildcat with Boyd, and he is going to go into the end zone on a 5-yard touchdown run. So first touchdown since the 1:13 mark of the first quarter, and it comes here with 2:21 to play in the third quarter as Darian Boyd takes the direct snap on the Wildcat formation into the end zone. On for the extra point, Gavin King. High snap. Good job there by the holder. Kick is up and good with 2 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Your score, Wichita Falls Ryder 20, Wylie 0. You're listening to Bulldog Football powered by Taylor Electric Co-op
on Keen 105. Hi, this is Trace Michaels, and I can tell you from experience that my child loved going to the dentist. What? My child loved going to the dentist, and the reason why is because he goes to Abilene Pediatric Dental Associates. They are the most trained and equipped people to provide dental care to all children. Abilene Pediatric Dental Associates is the home of Abilene's only board-certified pediatric dentist. If your child doesn't like to go to the dentist, give them a try. Abilene Pediatric Dental Associates. To get on board, call 325-437-5284.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keen 105.
20-0 here in the edible arrangements third quarter as Wichita Falls marches the length of the field, basically. I mean, they started their own 19. Should have been the 4, but a penalty on a punt forced them, or gave them the ball at the 19-yard line. Boyd on a 5-yard touchdown run. Big Country Tire scoring summary. The Hercules line of tires at Big Country Tire come with a road hazard protection program offering free replacement for any Hercules tire for 2 years or the first 50% of tread life. Spiegel on the return here for the Wylie Bulldogs. I'll tell you what, he's shifty, isn't he? He gets the ball in his hand. Zach. Josiah Teagle fielded that kickoff and ran the reverse to Spiegel. All right, here we go. Which quarterback we got? Mr. Hanson. I can't tell the difference in the size. Number 14 going to be under center here. Quick pass going to be thrown out to Bailey Hicks as looking to get Hicks on the outside on the quick pass, and Bailey still on his feet, coming back to the right side after breaking a couple of tackles into Wichita Falls Rider territory, and a nice play there on first down, but guess what? A pest patrol penalty flag on the field. I think it's going to be downfield, probably going to go, could have been a good face mask. Hopefully it is. If not, could be a hold. If it is a hold, it'll be a spot foul. Saw a Rider coach kind of getting on one of the Rider defensive backs. They're going to talk to Coach Sandiford, so this may be on Wylie's backing up. Chop block. Gosh. Yeah, Coach Sandiford mentioned, by the way, in our season preview, our very first show this year, Bill, that the chop block was going to be a point of emphasis. We haven't seen it called a lot. I think we've seen it called once in that opening game, if I remember right. But they spot foul, but it's a 15-yarder. That's the unfortunate part. Well, moves it all the way back to the 29-yard line. So officially just a loss of 6 because they called it after Bailey had a 9-yard reception there. So that spot foul moves it back. So overall loss of 6. It'll be first and 16 at the Wylie 29-yard line. It's too far downfield to go below the knees. Yeah. 2 wide receivers. Hanson back to pass, and he has no time, and they're setting up that screen. They got it. I think it was to Hollenbeck. Pick up a couple of yards. Does a good job by Hanson getting that one executed. He had a little pressure in his face quickly, immediately. Timing is just off on our screens tonight. They're getting the pressure quicker than quarterback's ready for it. They will spot it. Still waiting for them to put the ball down. That must have been a penalty. Yep. Big one. No, roughing the passer. Yeah, roughing the passer. So I did not see that. Didn't even see the flag. It was way back at the 19-yard line. That moves it all the way to the 48-yard line. So Wylie behind the sticks there. That'll certainly help. The first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Jackson Hanson going to be in the gun, and now Hollenbeck going to come back there and join him. Hanson looking left side and incomplete. You had Keidel running
a go ball. Hanson just getting rid of it. The pressure was just right up the middle.
There's somebody. We just turned them loose. Most of the night, they've just been three. We've got 5 blocking 3 and haven't been able to keep them out. That's when you know you're in trouble.
Yeah. Second down and 10. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. You have a running back to the left of Hanson. Low snap. Jackson just going to run around looking downfield. He's just going to tuck it and go. Cuts it up inside at the numbers and will pick up about 7 or 8 on the play. They're going to spot it at the Rider 44-yard line, so that will be a gain of 8. I don't know what it is. When Jackson Hanson comes in the ball game, the center snaps it low. Have you noticed that?
You think he's
we've just seen
up a yard or 2 deeper than
I don't know
that would or what?
I don't know. We've just seen some low snaps anytime 14's in there. It happened again that play. Threw off the timing. Perfect snap this time, and Hanson is just going to run it around the left end, trying to get to the sticks. He will do so. Yep. Ridden out of bounds by Mason Connor, but that will be enough for a Black Plumbing first down to the Rider 41-yard line.
Pretty good burst of speed there. Defensive back kind of running parallel to the line of scrimmage with him. Looked like he kind of had the angle, but Jackson able kind of to outrun him to the sticks. 34 yards of total offense for Wylie here in the second half as we look at the end of the third quarter, 14 seconds on the clock. Wylie trailing 20-0. Jet sweep to Bailey Hicks, and he will cut it up. At the hash mark, still on his feet. He bounces off a couple of defenders, enough for a Black Plumbing first down to the 29-yard line on the final play of the third quarter. Well, that is one thing, Trace, that has been consistent throughout from the first game to this one is the running of Bailey Hicks and the toughness and the balance that he's got. He's having a great year.
Through 3 here at Memorial Stadium in Wichita Falls with the Wylie Bulldogs trailing the Rider Raiders 20-0. Wylie deep in Rider territory. See if we can get something out of that as we go to the fourth quarter next here on Keen 105.
Is it sprained? Is it strained? Is it fractured? Should I use ice or should I use heat? Wow, do we need a surgeon? Abilene Bone and Joint and Action Sports Medicine has your answer to your questions. Saturday mornings beginning August 8th through football season, come for free sports evaluations from 9 until 11 a.m. There's an x-ray and open MRI on site which will speed your diagnosis. Action helps you get back in the action. 1633 Cottonwood. Call them at 676-5633. Action. Excellence in sports medicine and physical therapy.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on King 105.
All right, here we go into our fourth quarter, brought to you by our friends at Ski Connection, the official outerwear provider of the Bulldogs Live Online broadcast team. Ski Connection, a full-line North Face dealer, Under Armour dealer, Spider dealer, also carry great products from Patagonia, Nordica, Marker, Thermosilk, and more. You're going to need some of that stuff this week.
Yeah,
it's about to get cold. Ski Connection at 2950 North First or online at AbileneSportsConnection.net. First down and 10 for the Wylie Bulldogs. All right, here we go. We're changing to the red pin, Bill, just for you.
Well, got a procedure penalty. It's kind of, as soon as we get to the 30, it's kind of automatic. Goodness gracious.
I use a different color pen for every quarter as I write, just so I can keep it deciphered. You told me to switch to red for fourth quarter. I usually, fourth quarter's always been purple. Well, you say Tiger Woods red here, all right?
Yeah. So far, it's not working.
The purple pen? No, the red pen, yeah, one play.
Get good field position. First play. Procedure now behind the chain.
Be first down and 15 at the 34-yard line. Jackson Hanson going to see to it that it's not behind the chains anymore. As he will keep it around the left end, cuts it up inside and down to the 23-yard line. Gain of 11 on the play. He has just a little bit of quickness about him. Nothing against Harrison Atwood. Harrison's just a very different body type.
Right.
You know, bigger, muscular. Jackson, smaller, shiftier. Two really, quite honestly, totally different players, aren't they?
I'll say run it again.
The second down and 4, ball at the Rider 23-yard line, and a pest patrol penalty flag will fly. And that's another false start. How's that?
Wow.
Huh. I mean, we barely got to the line. I'm not sure exactly what.
Can you step across, step back, a receiver?
Yes, you sure can. So it'll be second down and 9 at the 28-yard line. Hanson back to pass. Can't find anybody. Now he's going to throw it out in the flat to Nathan Moore. He will bounce off of one defender and run over another one. Nathan Moore with a big, gigantic Black Plumbing first down. A VIP Sports big play there by Nathan Moore. As that first defender came up, hit him, he was able to stay on his feet, and then he just trucked the next one, and he'll get it all the way down to the 18-yard line. Nathan Moore with outstanding effort there.
Yep, sometimes you just got to get it to your playmakers and let them go do their thing, because he wasn't anywhere near the first down when he caught the ball, but he was able to make two guys. Well, ran over one and made another one miss.
First down and 10 for Wylie into the ACS Heating and Air red zone at the 18-yard line for Wichita Falls. Back to pass is Hanson. Now can't find any time, and he is going to elude a couple of defenders and leave the pocket around the left end, pointing for a blocker, and he's going to get it and down to the 6-yard line. Woo! Nice job there by Jackson Hanson. He run of 12 yards to the Wichita Falls 6-yard line. Wylie in business here in the ACS Heating and Air red zone. Don't forget a full system checkup for only $69.95. Also $150 installation of programmable thermostat, 690-0998 or acsheatingandair.com. Going to have Hanson under center, split backs behind him. Two tight end set. They'll fake it to Hicks. Look in the back of the end zone, and that's going to be caught. Touchdown. Nice throw there by Jackson Hanson. Going to be caught by 38 Parker Sanford for a Wylie Bulldogs touchdown.
Yep, that's that little flood play we run to kind of fake the stretch, and that's the first time I've seen it. That's kind of the third read there. He tries to get it to the fullback, and then the guy that's in the deep in the corner. The last play is the tight end just kind of dragging across the field, and that's the first time I can remember hitting that guy.
Yeah, it usually ends up in the flat towards the pylon to the back. Going to have Jackson McAden on for the point after as Wylie carving into this Rider lead. Extra point up, and it is good with 10 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Wylie on the board. They now trail Rider 20-7. You're listening to Bulldog Football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
When it comes to finding the right vehicle for you, there's no better place than right here at Lawrence Hall in Abilene.
For over 26 years, Lawrence Hall in Abilene has been the place to find the best from Chevy, Buick, and GMC.
And that's still true today. Great vehicles and great service. We're your West Texas source for all your vehicle needs.
So the next time you need a new car, truck, or SUV, come see us here at Lawrence Hall in Abilene today.
Voted Abilene's best new car dealer for over 20 years by you, our customer.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
Your Big Country Tire scoring summary: 10 plays, 65 yards, 3 minutes and 39 seconds off of the clock as Hanson hit Sanford on a 6-yard touchdown pass with 10:42 remaining in the fourth quarter to make it 20-7. The Hercules line of tires at Big Country Tire come with a road hazard protection program, offering free replacement for any Hercules tire for 2 years or the first 50% of tread life, as the ball will go into the end zone for a touchback. Nice kick there by Jackson McAden, and that will set up Rider at their own 25-yard line. Boy, Wylie needed that, didn't they?
Need that. We got to find the answer for these long, time-consuming drives that first one that Rider had here in the second half. Took up a lot of time and also put more points on the board.
Well, you're right about the red pin. Red pin got us a touchdown. So now I have to use it every quarter. Handoff is going to go to the right side to Bird. He runs into his own player and knocks the right tackle down. The PA guy has officially gotten on my nerves. Be a first down for Wichita Falls Rider at the 37-yard line. First down and 10 for Wichita Falls Rider at their own 37-yard line. Handoff right side. Bird breaks a couple of tackles, just could not pull him down by the jersey. Finally going to be knocked over by Dayton Barnes. They're just whipping us at the point of attack, Trace. We're just outgunned. Their offensive line versus our D-line is just a little mismatch. Send it down to Levi on Nelson Construction sideline. Mike, Levi, what did Coach say after that touchdown?
He said that's a good job keeping the pressure on. Now we just got to have our defense flat of the ball and keep on rolling. We still got 10 minutes left. First down and 10 for Ryder at the Wylie 46-yard line. Boy, I tell you what, you don't have a chance if you can't keep out of the end zone, get the ball back here. Jet sweep left side, Samuel Manuel, and Manuel off to the races. He's going to be pulled down from behind at the 11-yard line. That kid's fast. Yeah, we did such a good job of bottling that play up after the first couple of drives. And now the second half, I don't know if they're blocking it differently or what, but they're just knocking off yardage in big chunks here the whole second half. All the way down to the Wylie 11-yard line with 9:24 remaining in the game, 20-7. Ryder leading the Bulldogs and threatening here inside the ACS Heating and Air red zone once again. First down and 10 at the Wylie 11. So obviously they get a first down without a touchdown here. They're just going to keep running that sweep until we stop it. And Manuel not going to stop it. He goes in for an 11-yard touchdown. My goodness. Manuel on the 11-yard touchdown run. Bad enough for the PA announcer, have you? Yeah, I had a bad enough. Oh, man. Wow. We're just not able to set the edge, are we? That was a 1 minute and 24-second drive, Bill. After Wylie gets on the board, that's a 75-yard drive in a minute 24 seconds. Extra point is up and good. 9:18 remaining in the game. Your score, Wichita Falls Rider 27, Wylie 7. You're listening to Bulldog Football powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
When it comes to finding the right vehicle for you, there's no better place than right here at Lawrence Hall in Abilene.
For over 26 years, Lawrence Hall in Abilene has been the place to find the best from Chevy, Buick, and GMC.
And that's still true today. Great vehicles and great service. We're your West Texas source for all your vehicle needs.
So the next time you need a new car, truck, or SUV, come see us here at Lawrence Hall in Abilene today.
Voted Abilene's best new car dealer for over 20 years by you, our customer.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
$75 yards in a minute, 24 seconds after Wylie scores. Wichita Falls Rider answers, and it's now 27-7. Hercules Tire, line of tires at Big Country Tire come with road hazard protection program offering free replacement for any Hercules tire for 2 years. First 50% of tread life go by Big Country Tire today. Going to be caught by Teagle, and a lot of the reverse here on the kickoff as I guess that was Spiegel caught it and flipped it to Teagle. So I get it all figured out here in a second. The net effect is they get us inside the 10-yard line, or about the 10-yard line. And if you don't quite catch the kickoff clean, it kind of takes a little too much time there to make the exchange. And can't really catch them off guard there. I don't know where they're going with the football. Good re-kick. Oh, yeah, a penalty flag over there. Far side of the field on the 40-yard line. Completely away from where our eyeballs were. We're looking over here to the right side of the field. And penalty flag was way back 70 yards away. Must have been an offsides penalty, so they'll kick it again.
Offside called with the Raiders at the 5-yard line, and they will be kicked.
I think they're offsides again. They didn't throw it.
I'm going to throw it this time. He's going to have Mr. Spiegel keep it himself, and he pays the price for it. He takes a big shot there. Patrick Rogers got rolled up on. Well, he'll be all right. All right, so Wylie will get the ball at their own 32-yard line. I like that better than the 11, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
A little offsides cost Ryder 21 yards. Is that officially a 26-yard penalty? Should be, shouldn't it? First down and 10 for Wylie at their own 32-yard line. Hanson remaining in the ball game here. Play action going to roll to his right, being chased, and will be pulled down from behind by Matthew Ike, number 22. That was sophomore on sophomore. Ike, sophomore, Hanson a sophomore, loss of 8 back to the 24-yard line.
So far this half, when Hanson's been in, he's been able to outrun that guy to the corner and make something happen down the field. He was run down from behind that time.
Second down and 18 at the 24-yard line for Wylie. 3 wide receivers and a tight end, actually 2 tight end set for the Bulldogs. Looking right, Hanson throwing it up. And I tell you what, that's a great catch by Keidel. I think he's going to be out of bounds, but he was double covered and went up and climbed the ladder and got it, but it's been impossible to get his feet down there. So a good catch there.
Yeah, pretty good throw. Just put it up there where it give your guy a chance to make a play.
Third down and 18. 2 wide receivers to both sides of the formation. Hanson back to pass. Under pressure, hit as he throws, and it'll be incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
You know what we don't have enough of this year is just a bunch of big guys.
Yeah.
We don't have any Deion Nobles or Parmleys or guys that are that big. So if your parents at home, you bigger, larger parents at home, start having kids. Feed them. The ones you already have them, feed them more.
Levi says, here to that, right?
That's right.
Wholeheartedly agree. High snap on the punt. Ooh, wow. Barely got that off, and Darian Boyd going to catch it and go to the ground. Levi, I mean, obviously, you're a big, strong, muscular guy, but you have a little bit of a different build than your brothers. Is that what your parents did? Let you eat whatever, or what?
I think basically I was trying to keep up with what my brothers could eat. They were little bitty, but they were savages.
So you ate what they ate combined.
The Ryder will get the ball back with 8 minutes remaining in the game, leading 27-7, and a Pest Patrol penalty flag on the field. Tell you what, Pest Patrol getting their money's worth tonight, aren't they?
They are.
There's been yellow all over the field, and when you see yellow, think Pest Patrol. That may be the greatest football sponsorship in the history of the game. Pest Patrol and their yellow stuff sponsoring the penalty flag.
Weldon, did you think that up? Or did Weldon?
No, that was me, but he was fast to say, you better believe it. I'll take that. I'll tell you where I got that here in a second, though.
There we got a hold.
And which will obviously give us another Pest Patrol penalty flag. I was actually, I guess it was 4 years of coaching arena football. I was in Amarillo coaching in a game. I mean, the game's going on, and a penalty flag goes down, and the PA announcer says there's a, whatever the sponsor was, penalty flag. And I thought, hey, that's a great idea. And then Pest Patrol, I started thinking about businesses in Abilene that were yellow, and Pest Patrol was easy. So, yeah. So, yeah, I kind of stole that from the Amarillo Venom of the I guess at that time, the LSFL. What did Solomon say? And there's nothing new under the sun. Yeah. The Bible. Yeah.
That's except for the chop block and the high ankle sprain. Or two new things. Yeah. Never heard of it in my day.
2nd down and 14 after the penalty is marked off, and Ryder will have 3 wide receivers in this formation. Tight end set as well, and they're looking to set up a screen, and they got it.
Jailbreak.
And that is not going to be good for Wylie, as Raines Radke going to be finally pulled down from behind at the 8-yard line. Great effort there by Jaden Spiegel. If it's not for Mr. Spiegel, then Radke goes all the way to the end zone for Wichita Falls Ryder. Nevertheless, they are going to have 1st and goal at the Wylie 9-yard line, and this game is getting out of control all of a sudden. As Bird going to get the handoff to the right side, Dax Morris and Jaden Spiegel on the tackle. Gain of 2 to the 7-yard line.
Yep, that's the other thing that's been pretty consistent all year long is our inability to stop the run. I mean, from Georgetown all the way through tonight, 6 ball games in a row, that the other team has just kind of figured out ways just to move the ball on the ground, take up clock, and just run off and leave us.
Right now, 257 yards rushing for the Ryder Raiders tonight, as Darian Boyd tries to reach for the end zone, and it'll be down at the 1-yard line for 3rd and goal. So that would put them over the 260-yard mark.
And we gave up 400 against Brownwood week before last week.
Yeah, that's one thing Coach Sandifer said when he got to the show. Man, wow, that was a lot of rushing yards, wasn't it? Yes, sir, it was. Direct snap goes to Bird, and Bird will take it into the end zone for another Wichita Falls Ryder touchdown. Wow. This one coming with exactly 6 minutes to play.
You know, the thing about it, Trace, I may be wrong, but I just don't think some of these teams, and I'm particularly talking about Brownwood week before last and this game tonight, are any better than teams that we've been beating the last few years. We're just not putting it together this year. Call it what you want, but it's just...
Extra point up and good, but we do have a Pest Patrol penalty flag on the field. Now, I agree with you. I think this year we're a little bit undersized. On the
depth-wise, we're hurting a lot.
Yeah, we're a little bit undersized on offensive, defensive line, and I've always been a big believer that football is won and lost in the trenches. I don't know how you feel about that, but for the most part, teams that can move the line of scrimmage. That's why you hear all these coaches talking about controlling the line of scrimmage. Coach Sandifer says it as much, if not more than anybody. And when you can't do that, it makes the game a lot more difficult. And the penalty will be declined. It was against Wylie. Declined extra point is good with 6 minutes remaining. Wichita Falls Ryder 34, Wylie 7. You're listening to Wylie Bulldog Football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op here on Keene 105.
Bobcat of Abilene, the power behind your work. Over 30 years in sales, rental, parts, and service. If you have a job to do, we have the right tool rental. If you have questions, we have your solution. Visit Bobcat of Abilene today at 2257 South Treadaway. Active military, law enforcement, and first responders receive 10% off all equipment rentals. Bobcat of Abilene. Over 30 years in sales, rental, parts, and service. Bobcat of Abilene, the power behind your work.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog Football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
34-7. Wichita Falls Rider leading Wylie with exactly 6 minutes left in the ball game.
Ryder kicking that ball off from the 40 after a penalty on the extra point, kicks down the back of the end zone. So Wylie gets the ball at the 25-yard line, down big. This is kind of got to be a theme here the last few games, being down big here late fourth quarter.
Well, next Friday, Wichita Falls High rolling into town. I think it's homecoming. Should be, I would think. Wouldn't you? Be the fourth home game of the year. Got a little extracurricular activity going on.
Got to be a penalty on somebody there. White hat. 2 guys slugging it out on the ground. He'd have got to call something.
It'll be an 8-yard run for Wylie. I didn't even see who had the ball because it was Hicks, too intent on watching what was going on down there on the field. And now we're going to have Hanson under center, 2 tight end look, wides to each side. Quick drop back by Hanson, and that ball is going to be incomplete. High intended for Christian Ramirez.
Actually, that one Hicks, that's number 21. That's Jaden Villanueva.
And this time they're going to get one of the 2 guys that were in that skirmish before. They're going to get them again because they went after it again.
And Sutton Welch is on.
They're going to call it against Ryder.
It's going to be against Ryder, but Sutton Welch has been in on both little skirmishes. He evidently did a pretty good job of keeping his cool or doing it when they're not looking.
15-yard penalty. We'll move it up to the Wylie 48-yard line. 5:22 remaining in the game. Yeah, Wichita Falls at home next week, Bill. Then we go to Randall, go to Lubbock Cooper. Final game of the season at home versus Plainview. No way there'd be homecoming on the last game of the year. No, so homecoming next week. I tell you what, this is getting ugly. That nose guard getting all after it. Sutton Welch. Levi, sometimes it just gets like that up in there, doesn't it?
What was that?
I said sometimes it just gets ugly up in there. There's another.
Because you called it offsides on that one.
What's that like in there when you two guys kind of get a little upset with each other there in the trenches, and it might go on for a couple of plays, huh?
Depends on who it is. Sometimes you better just get out of the way.
I think you were saying that when you were playing, the other guy better get out of the way.
Exactly.
I remember the guy from Roy City that had been better off getting out of the way.
Yeah, he didn't have much of a game after that.
That's awesome. All right, Villanueva on the handoff. We'll get close to the sticks to the 43-yard line. Ball into Ryder territory after a couple of penalties against Wichita Falls Ryder. We have an injured player on the field for Ryder High. 5 minutes remaining, 34-7. Well, Bill, where do you go from here? Just keep on trying to get better, I guess.
Show up Monday and try to correct mistakes, and it's all you can do. You asked for Jazeer George to come in on offense, and you got your wish. He's
right.
Coming in at don't know what position.
Player for Ryder with a cramp.
Yeah, I'd just say drag those guys off the side and let's go.
Grab them by the shoulder, yeah, pull them off. Because obviously it's a very temporary injury. Is that right? Tell you what, cramps hurt too, don't they? They do. All right, 2nd down and 1 for the Bulldogs at the Ryder 43, and we're going to have a timeout on the field now. Okay, here we go. 5 minutes left. Timeout on the field. 34-7 Ryder leads. More next here on Keene 105.
Maverick Saw Cutting and Cord Drilling is a proud sponsor of WYLIE Athletics. Maverick Saw Cutting and Cord Drilling will save you time and money with the latest technology, including concrete cutting, live wire and rebar detection, structural analysis in real time, precision wall cutting, and cord drilling from standard concrete to highly abrasive concrete. Maverick Saw Cutting and Cord Drilling, 325-788-7777, or go to MaverickSawCutting.com. Go Bulldogs!
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene 105.
All right, timeout for Ryder there for whatever reason on a 2nd down and 1. Got Jazeer George is in it. He's at wide right. It may just be a go deep to him. That's what they're going to do. Hanson loads up, chunks it downfield, and I'll tell you what, it didn't take him long to get a couple of steps behind the cornerback. Yeah. But safety did a good job of getting over there. I don't think that's one of those that Hanson's going to have to take 2 quick steps and chunk it because, yeah, he threw that ball 40 yards and it was behind him. Yeah, so the kid's fast. That's good. 3rd down and short. Hanson's just going to keep it himself. He'll get a Black Plumbing 1st down. Across the 40 to the 39-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. Feels weird. This game's going to be over here in a few minutes, and it's 9:30. It's going to take a while to get used to that 7 o'clock kickoff here in district, isn't it? A floater out to the right by Hanson. Looks like he just didn't have a very good grip. That thing came ducking out of there. Incomplete. Intended for Ramirez. Pretty smart, though. I mean, you take a look at that travel schedule. Plainview, Lubbock, Cooper, they're all in the same boat. Wichita Falls High, Canyon Randall. That'll be a haul. Yeah, is that 5-hour drive from Abilene? Yeah. Sorry, we have a driver, a professional driver. That's true. 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. And there you go. Jackson Hanson going to keep it himself. Good move to the 35-yard line. A gain of 4. Third down and 6 for Wylie at the Ryder 35. 4:18 and counting here in our final quarter of play. Wylie trailing 34-7. Got this thing cut to 20-7 here in the 4th quarter. Yeah, got it cut to 20-7 with 10:42 remaining in the 4th quarter, and Ryder scored a minute 42 seconds later, and then scored again 3 minutes and 18 seconds later. So 2 unanswered touchdowns in a span of about 4 minutes. They just kind of jet sweeped us to death, didn't they? Made it look much more lopsided than it really was. Kind of been the story of the year, except for Cooper. Go take a 14-13 lead into halftime against Brownwood and get beat 50-something to 21. Yeah. 4 wides this time for Hanson in the gun. Next pass. Looking right side. Was a nice throw. Hey, what? Had some mustard on it, didn't it? Intended for Peyton Wood, incomplete, and he's going to stay down. You see it? 10-2 Peyton Wood there on the field. Tell you what, let's take at least a 30-second break as they look after number 26 here. You're listening to Wylie Bulldog Football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on Keene.
Hi,
I'm Darren Black, owner of Black Plumbing. For 24 years, Black Plumbing has been serving our neighbors, and we are proud to be a part of your community. In Abilene, call us at 325-675-8391. If you've ever wondered what services we provide, go to blackplumbing.com.
The pros who know are ready to go. Call on Black Plumbing. Help is on the way.
WYLIE School District has remained an athletic and academic powerhouse by dedicating itself to hard work, determination, and creativity. In much the same way, Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union has remained a reliable source of great service and products since we were founded in 1950. Our 5-star rated mobile apps let you conduct banking at your convenience whenever and wherever you choose. So if you live or work in Taylor County, you're one of us. Join ATFCU and experience the team spirit that's kept us going for 65 years. But more importantly, for this game, go Dogs!
You're listening now. Back to Wylie Bulldog football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on King 105.
It'll be 4th down and 11 here. Wood carried off to the sideline. That stinks.
Hopefully, it kind of came down awkward.
Empty backfield here for the Bulldogs, 5 wides with Hanson in the gun. And that's patrol penalty flags will fly again. Wow.
Levi, how does Coach Hibbett handle a night like this when he's got so many procedure penalties? Not that all of them are on the offensive line, but you assume most of them are.
Probably several sleeping pills for tonight. But they're not going to like it when they get to practice on Tuesday.
The 4th down and 15, and I think we're going to have a timeout on the field. We do with 3:43 remaining. Wichita Falls Rider 34, Wylie 7. You're listening to Bulldog Football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op here on King 105.
The Wylie All Sports Booster Club is a proud supporter of Bulldogs Live Online and their broadcasts of Wylie Sports and exists to support all Wylie sports.
Reason number 2 why you should become a member of the Wylie Booster Club. Did you know the Booster Club gives $15,000 in college scholarships every year? The further education of Wylie athletes is impacted annually by the work of the Booster Club. This type of support is impossible without the support of Wylie fans like you.
Be a part of this by joining the Wylie All Sports Booster Club today. For more info, check our website, AbileneWylieBulldogs.com.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog football, powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on King 105.
4th down 16 for the Bulldogs after a timeout. Twins both sides. Jackson Hanson back pass, looking right side, throws it downfield, and incomplete. Knocked away, intended for Tyler Martin, 22, and Wichita Falls Rider will take over on down.
Well, kind of uncharted waters for everybody, isn't it?
First down and 10. Backup quarterback going to be in for Ryder. Jack Cantrell will hand it off inside to Trey Bird. Gain of 5 as we get down to under 3.5 minutes. With Ryder leading 34-7. Sure they'll just try to milk this thing out. Invite you to stick around for our Animal Health and Medical Center of Abilene postgame show. Of course, we will have a quick word with head coach Hugh Sandifer. Levi Wolf with the unenviable task of coming up with a good question there. 2nd and 5. Bird with the handoff up the middle. Still, I think almost 300 yards rushing tonight for Ryder. That's hard to beat. Number one, it's
demoralizing when they just pound on you like that. Number two, it limits your possessions on offense.
10 possessions in the ball game here tonight, Bill. Third down and 6. Cantrell will hand it off to Manuel. We'll see number 1, Samuel Manuel, again next year, sir.
Yeah, I believe I would have him on the sidelines.
Well, the quarterback, Jacob Rodriguez, by the way, is just a sophomore. Wow. Number 1, Samuel Manuel. That's a big night, just a junior. Number 20, Trey Bird. He's a sophomore. Their receiver that they like to throw the ball to, number 2, Nick Darkus, is a sophomore.
Well, notice they've got, I counted them today, they've got 15 sophomores on the varsity.
And a lot of them contributing. So, yeah, this team may be on an upswing here for a couple of years with their ability to move the ball offensively.
They've just got that good scheme that's hard to defend. Run that jet sweep and run a kind of a zone read off of the jet sweep.
Several sophomores playing on the defensive side of the ball as well. Going to have a 4th down and 3 here for Ryder. They were going to punt it away. Number 5, Calvin Tyner, will go back. Stand probably just short of the Wylie goal line. He'll stand inside the 10. So we're going to put his heels on that. If it goes over him, he'll let it go. Wobbly kick going to hit at the 15-yard line. Tyner will just let it go, and it's going to roll all the way down to the
probably need to catch that ball, huh,
2-yard line. Yeah. Bad part is that thing was fluttering, and you had, I think it was Jacob Rogers kind of coming back in
against the flow.
Yeah, with his back turned, blocking somebody. And I think if you're Tyner and you come up and you kind of end up running into Jacob Rogers, it's kind of tough. So I think he decided just to play it safe and let it go. And Wylie going to have it at their own 5-yard line with 1:54 remaining in the game. First down and 10 for Wylie with 1:54 remaining in the ball game, trailing by 27, 34-7. Handoff will go to Villanueva, be pulled down from behind. They'll pick up a couple to the 7-yard line.
Yep, I wish you hadn't brought all that up about how young all these kids are. Yeah, we got to play these guys next year.
Second down and 8. Hanson with the handoff left side to Villanueva. He'll break a tackle, try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Probably not be able to do so. Forward progress at the 4, but that'll be a loss of 3, and that should get us under a minute, and it does. Third down and 11. Coach Sanford, I'm sure, will let this thing roll as long as possible. Third down and 11. Jackson Hanson going to be under center here at the Wylie 4-yard line. Miscommunication there between Hanson and Villanueva, but look at him run. That was outstanding effort there by Jaden Villanueva. Gets it up to the 13-yard line. He was either he or Jackson went the wrong way. They were able to get the exchange, and
I think it was him because he seemed extremely motivated to make something out of that play.
And that will be the final play of the ball game. the Memorial Stadium in Wichita Falls. The Rider Raiders defeat the Wylie Bulldogs 34-7. Wylie will go to 0-6 on the year and 0-1. 3-5A Division II play here tonight. Invite you to stick around. We will have a very short post-game show for you. Certainly do want to get the thoughts of head coach Hugh Sandiford. We'll do that here in a moment. The Animal Health and Medical Center of Abilene post-game show coming up here in just a few moments. Unfortunately, Wylie falling here tonight 34-7. We will be back for just a few moments right after this. 34-7 your final. You're listening to Bulldog Football powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on King 105.
Were you born in a barn? You're letting all the AC out. A 30-minute shower? Come on. It's a full-time job following you kids around turning off lights. Do you have to leave the fridge door open the whole time you're in the kitchen?
Are you passing on good energy-saving habits? Save energy and money at togetherwesave.com.
A message from your hometown co-op. It's Taylor Electric Cooperative in Merkel.
If this is your idea of going to the dentist, it's time for you to make a change. At Borland Family Dentistry, we'll make your smile beautiful and healthy with a simple checkup, or by using one of the most advanced cosmetic procedures. Let's make your smile something to smile about. Borland Family Dentistry. 2 great dentists, 1 awesome team. Borland Family Dentistry. You'll love your smile again. Now, same-day appointments. 695-3300.
Bank, we know your time matters. That's why we offer hometown service paired with big bank convenience. I'm Gary Galbraith, Market President for Abilene. At AIM Bank, you'll get quick loan decisions and convenient tools like our mobile banking app. When you open an account with us, you'll get free access to time-saving solutions, including mobile check deposit and over 600 ATMs right here in Texas. AIM Bank, hometown service, big bank convenience. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Betty Rose's Little Brisket has gotten bigger. 2 new locations for full-service dining, daily lunch specials, and a happy hour that begins daily at 4 p.m. with additional appetizers. Plus live music twice a week on the Triple B porch at each location. The newest location, 3934 Cat Claw Drive, even has a full bar. And the best food made from scratch is at Betty Rose's. Betty Rose's, 2588 East Lake Road, and now 3934 Cat Claw Drive. Is it sprained? Is it strained? Is it fractured? Should I use ice or should I use heat? Wow, do we need a surgeon? Abilene Bone & Joint and Action Sports Medicine has your answer to your questions. Saturday mornings beginning August 8th through football season, come for free sports evaluations from 9 until 11 a.m. There's an x-ray and open MRI on site which will speed your diagnosis. Action helps you get back in the action. 1633 Cottonwood. Call them at 676-5633. Action. Excellence in sports medicine and physical therapy.
Now, back to Wylie Bulldog Football. Powered by Taylor Electric Co-op on King 105.
Welcome into the Animal Health and Medical Center of Abilene post-game show here on King 105. Dr. Alan Bolt, full-service medical and surgical center, state-of-the-art laser surgery and monitoring equipment, video ear scope, dental care, geriatric health screening available, full in-house lab, 24-hour Coggins testing. They are located at 7550 US 8384 South. You can call them at 695-7140 or find them online at ahmcbolt.com. Unfortunately, tonight, Wylie with 230 yards of total offense to Wichita Falls Riders 306. But when you take a look at it, Bill, ours is a lot of grinded out kind of a stuff. Theirs were big chunks, and unfortunately, Wylie unable to do really anything offensively here tonight. 1 touchdown in the fourth quarter. They did get it cut to 20-7 at that touchdown, but then defense just could not hold up. They end up losing 34-7 here tonight to go 0-6 on the season and 0-1 in district play here in District 3. 5A real quick. Let's have our Abilene window and door highlight of the game here tonight. It came with 10 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the ball game. It was a 6-yard touchdown pass from Jackson Hanson to Parker Sanford. Going to have Hanson under center, split backs behind him. 2 tight end set. They'll fake it to Hicks, look in the back of the end zone, and that's going to be caught. Touchdown. Nice throw there by Jackson Hanson, going to be caught by 38 Parker Sanford for a Wylie Bulldogs touchdown. Coach, highlight of the game brought to you by Abilene Window and Door, the largest window and door showroom in West Texas, located at 4233 Sales Boulevard in Abilene. Drop by or see them at AbileneGlass.com. And unfortunately, really the only highlight in this game, Bill, is Wylie offensively really couldn't get anything going tonight.
No, Rider defense kind of had us bottled up from the very beginning, putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, which just killed our passing game. The most success we had probably was Jackson Hanson coming in and giving us a spark with his legs. Hicks had his usual good game. He just didn't get very many touches. We didn't get, never were in a position just to grind it out.
Coach Sanford talking to his troops down there, and then we'll get a quick interview with Levi Wolf on our Nelson Construction sideline. Mike, don't forget that our good buddy Nelson loves construction, the work, has a passion for design, takes pride in it, never leaves a project till it's close to perfect. New construction in the Wylie area, also does some remodeling work. You can reach him at 864-9150. And Coach Sanford with a little bit longer conversation with his troops there as Levi makes his way to our head coach. Levi, get that microphone on in there on the Nelson Construction sideline, Mike. Levi is down there with head coach Hugh Sanford. Levi, we'll send it down to you, buddy.
Coach, that first district loss is always a tough one. What'd you say to the guys after the game there?
Oh, we were pretty excited about starting district. We thought we had a chance to win this one, and I still think we could have. But I just told the guys, they're fighting, they're practicing, they're doing their absolute best. We love them. We just gotta get it going and get that first one. So, we just tonight uncharacteristically too many penalties, too many drop balls, too many blown assignments. I mean, drive after drive after drive, second down and 4. Next thing you know, it's 9. And that's just our third. We're just not good enough to overcome that. But we got a big week with homecoming, and we're excited. We'll be back at it next week.
All right, Coach. Appreciate it. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Interview with head coach Sanford brought to you by for Maverick Saw Cutting and Core Drilling, providing core drilling, concrete cutting, flat sawing, and wall sawing. Call them at 788-777-7777 or find them online at Maverick Saw Cutting and CoreDrilling.com. And one of the things that I know Coach Sanford has said to them numerous times, Bill, is that these games are not, they're just an event. Doesn't define who you are unless you let it, and they will, I'm sure, go back, work hard this week, and come back strong for homecoming against Wichita Falls High next week there in Abilene. That'll wrap it up for us tonight. Unfortunately, Wylie falling 34-7. Thanks to Curly back in the studio for handling all the in-studio stuff. Bill, always a pleasure to travel all over with you. Thanks to Brian for his help. Levi down on the sideline. That'll do it for us tonight. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Those sponsors you hear with commercials and mentions, they are providing funds for us to follow football, volleyball, basketball, baseball, and softball. Do us a favor and do business with those Wylie sponsors that are supporting Wylie Bulldog Athletics on the radio, online, and on your phones with the live app. That'll do it for our broadcast here tonight. Thank you for listening, and we will see you Wednesday at 6 o'clock to find out Coach Sanford's thoughts on this one and more on the Action Sports Medicine Hugh Sanford Show. We'll see you then. Until then, good night.
Texas. One for your country. 105.
soundtrack to your evening is on.
Sam, keep this party going.
This is Taste of Country